darts, sentry guns, punches, swords, but ultimately, through a thorough and swift strike from Aestus, victory was secured for the Dreamcatchers. And just in the nick of time, too. After half of the gun's industrial factorium exploded in bright chemical leak spectacle, just barely making out alive, half of you walked right back in to loot the bitch. Appropriate.
Immediately.
Love that.
And
Oh shit, BRB.
the rest
You're
of the
welcome, by
session
the
was
way.
dedicated towards questioning. A very minor amount of questioning towards Arenicus, who was asked what the hell he was doing there, to which he responded that he just a bit of a side quest that he didn't really elaborate on much, but at the behest and under the orders of two people, one being Sam, the leader of the Lodestar district, and the other being someone named Kalor. With all of you heading back to the outskirts of the Pulse district to check on Aestus's ship, the line of sight, you realized that dossier that you found in Guns Industrial Factorium was speaking the truth. Rex and Vex's ship-shape shop had been repossessed, and all of the ships that they were low-key illegally, but it's fine, holding for people, had been seized by Mr. Gunn and his security bots and resold to multiple outposts across the Outer Rim. Nisa managed to get the answer as to where the line of sight and the Roger inside of it had gone. So Nisa, you have that answer at least. And then the lot of you found an old abandoned warehouse and sat Mr. Gunn down for a long talk. A much needed one. One that we can get into the details of here in a second, because we're going to resume session still in the middle of that conversation, because it is not over. But the long and short of what we've talked about up so far was Nisa had began the terms of an agreement with Mr. Gunn for Mr. Gunn to step down and to open up the leadership of the Pulse District to an election, a democratic one. But with that, let's get back into session.
Yeah, baby.
Mr. Gunn is sat down, currently a little bruised, but also a little fixed up from some healing spells after a little bit of roughing up to make him talk. And you all are standing there with Ozzy kind of hiding off in the distance to maintain the facade. To not be
Dude,
seen.
Jordan, I'm
Playing the
sorry.
Dark Fantasy
Jordan, I love you,
song.
but I fucking love this Dark Fantasy song so much. Literally, I won't even watch the video, and I'll just put my phone down and just close my eyes. I love the Dark Fantasy song
This
so
is
much.
the soundtrack to my shits.
What?
That's what it is.
Hell
Why
yeah.
are there YouTube ads? How do I feel
I sit down next to Mr. Raymond Gunn, and I look him in the eyes and I say, "Do you know what they used to call me back home?
I really don't know that.
They used to call me to drink."
Stop, dude, come on. It's time to play. Shut up.
Hold on.
It's time to play, dude. Cut it out. I don't allow jokes at my D&D party. You better play for real.
My fault. I mean,
All
y'all
right,
know
don't
my
let it-
body. Y'all know where my head is at.
Don't let
By
it
the
happen.
way, for the rest of you guys who spent a little time, going to sleep early and having busy schedules, the general context of what's going on right now is Mr. Gunn is being set here for questioning. So anyone who really has some questions for him right now, or proposals, now is your time. But otherwise, a couple of things have gotten put into the works. Like, again, last time Nisa began proposing this kind of deal that I mentioned earlier with the future of the city.
Yeah, what does Aces feel? I feel like we had a lot of assumptions on how Aces felt after finding out that news.
Yeah.
So just to confirm, Irenicus is because of Kalor, correct?
Yes, I was with Kalora and Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the outer rim.
Yep.
Cool. Looking into some stuff for them when I found the portal. That's what I came through. Unfortunately, the portal was shut off before we could go back through to communicate with the other people.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Ace actually does not give two fucks about Raymond right now. She's like, you don't even exist on my periphery right now. She is looking right at Irenicus, but she's kind of like hesitant. But she's gonna eventually kind of like walk up to you kind of awkwardly. So, real quick, you said Kalor earlier, right? Right? I heard that.
Yes, Kalora and Sam.
Okay. Did she ask you specifically for what reason?
Asked me to what? Go through the portal?
Yeah.
Her and Sam and some of the others were currently engaged with some killer robots of a sort. The two that followed me through the portal, if you remember.
Yeah. They didn't look too friendly.
No. I hope they're well. Though they may be dead. I don't know.
Oh, I did not like that at all. Okay. How was she looking when you went to the portal?
Jordan?
They were looking fine.
Kalora is capable of handling herself.
True. True.
I am well aware of that. Okay. Did she, mention any family members?
I don't
She was
think
angry at
so,
them by
but
chance?
to be honest, I wasn't listening.
Okay. Great.
I'm not
Great.
particularly interested in any family members of anybody presently or formerly I've been involved with.
That's a real nigga
That's
right there.
They called her
okay.
Shrek.
Do you maybe have her follow? Maybe?
Do what? Would I, Jordan?
You don't have any of their contact information. You just knew the general, where to find them when you got back to them at first, which was in the Lodestar district.
They've been around them. Do I know where? I guess. Do they have a hub?
Yeah.
Is that just hanging around the Lodestar district?
Yeah.
They seem to be basing themselves out of the Lodestar district for now. I assume that's where I was meant to meet them. Should I not come back through the portal? But.
Okay. Okay, great. One last question. I'm so sorry.
One last answer.
Was she maybe at any point angry about a ship by chance?
Yes.
She could have been. She was angry about a lot of things.
Yeah, she's kind of pissed off all the time. Okay. Wonderful. I appreciate it. And Cooler's gonna kind of awkwardly, y'all. She hasn't ever been this awkward before. She's gonna kind of awkwardly slink off to the side and kind of start messing with her phone, rapidly typing and searching things. Or her holocall, my bad. Just rapidly typing and searching things.
Whoa.
You're opening up the weather app at the function. Avoid conversation.
Yeah, just straight fidgeting with it now. There's nothing of importance I am doing right now. I'm just straight trying to avoid any type of contact because, she's furiously thinking about things.
Irenicus?
Yes.
How did you get associated with Sam and Kalor anyways?
You're asking me too many questions that I don't have the answers to.
Oh, God damn it!
No, you're good. You're good. So, I think I told you this somewhere in Deems, but it was buried under 3 paragraphs.
Right.
You have met Kalor before because she kind of fixed you up one time, Irenicus. So you just knew to trust her and go back to her with a couple of possible answers to some questions you had involving the Pulse District and what exactly was going on with this whole thing you guys just solved.
That's a satisfying answer. I can live with that.
Also,
I just want you guys to know the whole time. Have you guys seen that? You know the pose of the guy who I had to do it to him? Because how his hands are? That's me the whole time. That's how I stand.
I'm weak.
I love
I had to do it to
Gotta
him.
do
What
it
can I
to
say?
him.
I do it. Ace is definitely, however, listening in on any additional conversation with Irenicus. And specifically when it comes to Galore.
And Asus does know her ship's gone, right? Like you
Uh,
registered that as well? Your ship is gone?
Yeah, I DM'd that to you.
Yes, I did get that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good then. Nisa?
Hmm.
Should we perchance let them know who they sold those ships to and why that's so important? Or okay, not important.
On the box, Mr. Gunn is just kind of like, am I done here?
No.
No.
All right.
Actually, I do got another question. Not for you, Irenicus. So sorry. Mr. Ray, really quick.
Yes. Right.
She's gonna kind of like step up and like glare down at him. Okay, now that I'm a little more focused again, why the fuck did you steal my ship?
I mean, he kind of just looks to his left and right. Money.
You greedy son of a bitch.
Also, in my defense, it was part of my stratagem to kind of, keep tabs on where everybody in my city was. After all, too many people having ships and going around. Well, as long as they're, not docking in the inner city where it's actually legal to do so, I needed to have eyes on everything.
That's fair. Also, would we know? I guess that Nisa knows, or how did Nisa find out
I have the docket.
where the ship's got sold to?
The documentations.
Documentation at the... It was like one of the few things that Rex and Vex had left at the old warehouse.
I'm
That was
definitely
actually
not telling
left.
anybody besides Vinny.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal.
Just ask.
You above table, you do realize where to get your ship. You have to tell Aces where her ship is at, right?
Yep. We'll cross that
Oh
bridge when we
my
get
god,
to it.
this motherfucker. Well, considering Aces doesn't know that, she's gonna kind of reach out and fist her hand in Raymond's shirt.
What's she fisting?
Where? Yeah. I hate
No,
you.
legitimately, what did you say?
Oh, the shirt.
Fisting him like a t-shirt.
Oh, t-shirt, okay.
Put him on a t-shirt.
Oh,
Put
him on a t-shirt.
I am partially grabbing the front of this man's
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah. I knew what you
got.
Is that a
That
better
makes a lot
phrasing
more
for everyone?
I knew what you meant from the start. I think a couple of people were just being silly. My fault.
No, legitimately, I didn't hear. I thought you said fisting a cannon.
I
Oh.
was being silly.
I gotta turn you up.
Silly
Yeah, silly. And she's gonna kind of lean him a little bit closer. Where the fuck is my ship, though?
I mean, I don't know in particular where your ship is, but if you have the time on your hands, there's really not anywhere outside of the outer rim that I sold it to, even though half of the outer rim is on the opposite side of the galaxy. I've sold a couple, at least I know, to Gaia's Heart, to Obus, to Meridian, to Numeron. I think one even went to Freestone.
Ziggy is going
You sell
to
things
sort
to
of
Numeron?
Well,
lean in,
yes.
and I'm gonna ask, "Where's your ship?"
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, actually, yeah. Where is your ship? Because it's my ship now.
I'm not just giving you my ship. I thought the whole point of being here was to diplomatically come to a solution of mutual benefit, mainly
Yes.
your benefit, since you're trying to become
Actually,
the...
I've got a better idea.
What?
It's
How about
mutually
you-
beneficial because I won't beat your ass if you give me a ship.
You can't beat his ass. I would prefer
Why
that you didn't.
not?
Because we need him alive and intact if we're gonna have this deal go through.
Not
But
really.
I mean, he can stay alive and intact. I just gotta beat him just enough.
how about listen, mate? I've got a better idea.
I'm all ears.
Raymond, you said this Sterling guy, in deep with the joy bombs, right? And he's got
That's right.
connections to the
Sterling
white bread
Cleavestone.
pirates.
He does have both of those things, yes.
So, here's what I propose, ladies and gents. After we finish brokering this deal, we rest up, get a good night's sleep. We go find this Sterling guy, and we challenge him and his crew to a fucking Davy Beck fight. And we take all this shit.
I'm new to
Ships
pirating.
included.
What's a Davy Beck?
A what?
A Davy Beck fight. And I'm gonna like sort of plop down on a empty like crate or a can or something. Davy Beck fight is simple. 2 honorable pirate crews clash head to head with even teams, and they fight until everybody has gone in whatever challenges the challenger wishes to declare. And yeah, whoever's team wins gets to take whatever they want. So I propose we take their flag. We take their flag, we get their territory, we get them under our banner, we get their information, and we can take their ship.
Wait,
And she gives a very
Sterling-
cheeky smile.
Sterling is in the
Well,
pinnacle section. Pinnacle is at the very edge. I don't know. That seems like in-game Twilight shit, right? Like that's just a goal we do later, right?
So, just for context, Sterling is, well, for
He's in
those
the
of you who
Pulse
know,
District, right?
No,
he
he's in the
is in the
Pinnacle
Pulse
District.
District.
Oh,
No, he just has ties to it.
ties to the
Sterling?
Okay, then I apologize. We just recently learned he's a head figure in a big family of
He's a-
pirates.
He's a good
Joy
pirate.
bombs, or is that a different pirate?
He's got connections to the Joy Bombs and the White Breads.
White bread.
Yep.
White. Look, I don't think White
I
Bread's the
know.
pirate crew we're allowed to like make fun of. They seem to be the head crew within the Heaven and Stars, which seems at this moment to be the largest group of pirate fleets. And that they seem scary outside of their name.
This is true. They are also one of my greatest sources of income.
Well,
God
the goal
damn.
really isn't to fuck with the White Breads, more so to get our names out there, to get some territory, and to force. What'd you say her name was? Eli's hand? See, if
Right.
we take her men, she's gonna have to come see us. If she comes to see us, then easier chance to get her to fall in line.
Do we have any
Thoughts?
other suggestions?
Also, why would they agree to do that with us? Just curious. Because we ain't really got
Because he's a
shit
good
off.
pirate. Whoa,
Right.
that's where you're wrong. And I point to Ziggy Stardust. We have more than enough to offer.
Whoa!
Ziggy. Well, hold on a second.
What does
I
the
should
crazy
say
one have
that.
to do with this?
He's
Uh,
got
500,000 berries. No big deal.
massive bounty. Anyone would jump at the bit for.
We're not selling our crew members.
We're not
Nisa.
selling him because we're not gonna
Okay.
lose.
Hold on, Ziggy. If we did sell you, do you think you could get away?
We're not gonna sell him,
What if we sold him and then they rescued him?
but we're not selling him, so it's kind of a moot point.
I think that should be left up to Ziggy. He's his own individual.
Well, we're not selling him.
He's his own
I'm his
individual.
captain.
Ziggy.
Yes, yes. Yes,
Uh,
yes.
What the
I-
fuck? Najee.
I don't think we can sell
Ziggy's staring. He looks kind of terrified.
Ace is gonna kind of like step in front of
I
Ziggy
would-
between Nisa and Ziggy. Even though Ziggy's so
I'm not
tall.
saying we would. I'm just questioning
Mate,
if it's a
You're not
viable option.
listening. He's not being sold. He's a bargaining
But
chip.
there's no risk.
Bargaining chip. Isn't that the same thing as selling, but just for
No,
not money?
It's a wager, and we're not gonna lose. So
Okay, I understand. It's a gambit. I understand.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this.
yeah. So basically, I'm saying we wager Ziggy's bounty for their flag.
Who's flag?
Sterling's.
White Breads?
No.
Breads. Sorry. Yeah, that makes more sense.
It would be a cop out of getting us more power, more people under our belt, like really fast, but also at the cost of biting off more than we can chew and losing Ziggy. I'm not worried about anyone losing their lives. I'm just
Could you
worried
get
about
my-
losing a crew member who might lose
And
his
if
trust
we
in
were
us.
to lose, we would go and break him out. It's pretty simple. But we're not gonna fucking lose.
Fair.
I
And what
mean-
kind of? Can we at least go meet them before a challenge, just to assess? Maybe use Astis's ability to start scanning some of them every half hour.
It's just the ability.
Yeah, she's got a scanner that tells us power levels.
Can I see?
My eyeball got ripped out.
Is
I
it
think
wait? Is
some
it is it an
reconnaissance-
implant or is it like the glasses from
Implant.
Dragon Ball? Oh,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
cyber.
it's an
She did have an eye ripped out. It looks
Yeah.
fine now. Though.
I
Jordan,
got a whole
what
eye
skill
ripped
would I
out.
need? Fuck, that's more. Never mind. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, how fucking
Wah,
dare
wah,
you?
wah, wah,
Shut your
wah.
mouth.
Man, it's hot in here.
Uh,
In this brief lull in conversation, collectively as a group, do you all have specific goals?
Let's go around the classroom and talk
No,
about them.
I don't
Ozzy, go
care about
first.
what you want
Ozzy,
individually, like,
Ozzy,
as
go
a group-
first.
As a group,
You
do you
first,
have any
actually.
specific goals?
Sorry, I just really wanted Ozzy to fucking open up
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
Ozzy's
can of
got
sardines.
Ozzy's being
No,
as a
Serious.
group,
Open
we
up.
want to dominate the fucking universe, set it free, and topple the hegemon empire. That's what pirates do, man.
I
It's
never
not
quite
pirate
reached that,
steal.
but okay.
Yeah, we're stealing the Pulse District and all the other districts from underneath all these other pirates, and then
What
stealing their
kind of-
fleets. We're pirates.
Stealing land.
We're
What kind
stealing
of
it.
adventures are we up
Real
for on
estate
the
is the
way?
true power.
You said what, Ziggy?
I said, what kind of adventures are going to await us on the way? Who are you
Exactly.
people?
That's the point
Exactly.
of adventure. You don't know until
I-
you're there.
I'm starting to think you're real. What do you want?
Me? I would like to get to Numeron.
Writes
That
down
can
in my
be
dream
done.
diary, get Irenicus to Neuron.
It can be done quite simple.
Okay. If you get me to Numeron, I will assist in any way I can.
What's a numeron?
I look pointedly at Raymond's gun. I don't say
What,
anything
you're
to
asking
him.
me
I look
for
at
a
him.
ride?
I'm not asking. I don't say anything. I'm just looking at him like, if you get me to Numeron, I will assist you.
Oh, that's sneaky. Irenicus, would you be willing to join our pirate crew, and we make sure to dedicate our time to getting you there when the time arrives?
Sure.
Ah, good. Irenicus has
Neuron's-
joined the party.
Notoriously difficult to
That's fine. Wait. How?
get. Correct me if I'm wrong, God. Most people, no one really knows what's there.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heck, you know how sometimes when you know something to be true, or like you need to do something, but you don't particularly know why.
Mm-hmm.
I do that all the time.
Say, I know that something big will happen if I get there. I just don't know what.
Dude, that's how I'm living my life right now. I don't know what's gonna bring me to make Nisa the Pirate Queen, but I know once it happens, it's gonna be huge. Like, that's what I'm striving for. I get it. I relate.
Pirate Queen.
Yes.
Queen of all pirates.
She just
Yeah.
kind of like brushes off Vinny's comment, like literally just kind of like brushes her hand, and she stands up and pulls her jacket down so you can see the Dreamcatcher skull tattoo on her neck. She's gonna say, "Look, Irenicus, we're the Dreamcatcher pirates. We'll get you to where you need to go. Don't worry."
Also, I need to
Queen
go
of all
get that
pirates
tattoo.
sounds like a powerful ally to have indeed.
Yeah, something like that.
Very well. What next? My queen.
Well-
Please don't call me that.
First, we need to see if everyone is kosher with releasing Raymond and all the different things he's about to do next that Nisa had suggested. And I'd love for everyone to speak their minds now so they can hold their peace for the future. Because
Well,
once this
agreed.
happens, it happens.
Agreed.
to go first, if no one else minds. The Queen of all Pirates can't be managing tiny corners of her empire herself. An indebted servant who has experience in the role, I think, is a good thing overall.
I point
Agreed.
a finger at Raymond Gunn. That's where he comes in. Even if he doesn't win, when we free the rest of the districts, we create a council with all the elected mayors.
Got
We
a
give this
guaranteed
bloke
spot.
a seat at the table. Hold this leash. Not so aggressively. She kind of looks coyly at Raymond. It's not meant
Just
as an
kinda
insult.
rolls his eyes. Yes, yes, I'm very familiar with that metaphor you've been using so far, but I understand the terms of our agreement, and if you're willing to make it, then, at my earliest convenience, probably after a good night's rest, after everything that's happened today, then I'll make a public service announcement tomorrow, announcing my resignation, my resignation, and, well, my opening up to a democracy, to an election. I'll need some time to think on the type of time frame that I'm going to give, because these things don't just happen overnight. But as per our agreement,
I mean, I feel like 3 weeks is plenty time, don't you?
3 weeks it is.
Kind of perfect, actually. Give us a week to recover from the Ends All Things tournament.
Right.
Yes. Raymond, and I start unclicking the void shackles
Thank goodness.
to release him, and then I will use Crazy Diamond Rejuvenation to make sure that his bones are intact and what damage done by a frustrated Ziggy is partially healed, so the rest can be done elsewhere.
He kind of like stretches a bit and like groans in delight, and you hear a couple of like joints ever so slightly like pop back into place, and he goes, "Whew, goodness me. Well, thanks for that. I guess now that I'm unshackled," and he kind of like shakes his hand off a bit, and then he'll just extend it to whoever is in front of him for a handshake. It is a deal.
He steps aside for Nisa to step up.
I'll step forward, but before I shake his hand, I'm gonna look around. Anybody got anything they want to say before we do this?
I don't know. I feel this is irresponsible.
I feel like we should still take it there. Again.
I just. Oh. I want to be there along the way.
Let's do it. I'm just gonna clasp his hand.
Nice.
Also, mind giving me your holocron? Just
Yes, thank you.
I'll give you something.
I was glad someone was gonna ask. I was like, I don't have to use the spell slot every time to reach out to this guy.
He
Let's
kind
get
of
his
like
number.
squints his eyes for a moment and thinks real deep and goes, "Ugh, fine." And he'll just take a device out of his pocket and gesture you to take out your holocom, and he'll just turn his upside down and hover it over yours, and you'll see that little, like, kind of holographic strand kind of interchange and move between both of them, signaling an exchange of contact information.
Shit, I don't have it.
What is his username? I have got to know.
Yeah.
It's Ray Gun. It's Ray Gun Gun.
Oh
Ooh.
God. Please
For
don't
sure,
be.
right, Jordan?
Please don't
Please tell
be.
me I'm right.
No.
It's Ray and then like comma Ray Gun and then comma gun.
Yep,
Yes.
No.
It actually
Yeah.
is literally that.
I can't believe he was an Olympic breakdancer. That's wild.
I'm fucking weak.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. That was a good funny.
Fuck. there
Yes,
was
I'm
something I was
doxing
gonna
him.
Say, but I forgot.
Oh,
forgot.
I was
Anyway, you
gonna ask-
remember this deal did incorporate my physical well-being, so you do best not to kill me the moment I walk out of here.
Yeah, not gonna happen. If I have any questions, If we need any communication, I assume the line is open on your end as well.
It is. Although I am a busy man and I cannot always guarantee an immediate response.
Fair enough.
Oh, don't worry. If
Nor
you don't
can I guarantee
answer,
responses to anything that I deem, well, pointless or stupid or simple fraternizing.
Don't worry.
Although
I'm
I
not gonna send
imagine that
Ziggy's
you,
butt.
Jordan,
hmm?
can I memorize Mr. Raygun's scent?
Sure.
Oh,
Make me a survival check.
Survival check. That's wild.
Yeah, because survival is like the stat normally used for like tracking and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
it's good. First roll of the night. Let's go.
Hey,
Do it.
Jordan.
12.
Alright.
That's okay.
Give him a good sniff. What are you saying, Lee?
I was wondering if I could just slink into the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, I figured you were already hidden anyway.
Good, good, good.
So you watch as
What-
Mr. Gunn kind of walks past where you are, doesn't really notice you because he didn't know you were there, and just heads out of the building and just
Before he
rolls
leaves,
his shoulder a bit. What?
I'm gonna say, Oi, Raymond,
Hmm.
I do hope that we can see your dream come true. Truly.
What's Raymond's dream?
Where he's so he said this at the end of last session. Your character was there, but you weren't.
Yeah.
But when Nisa asked him what he was truly like striving for, he said that he wanted to, in an abridged version, turn the Pulse District into one of the most powerful and respected bastions of law and order, and just a general economic credit to the Outer Rim.
Hell yeah. Also, while I've got to get a brief pause, do I have any reason to believe that he's a spellcaster?
Nope.
Okay.
After you say this, Nisa, he's kind of just like at the doorway, like his shoulders parallel to it, and you just like see him give an ever so slight turn back with his head and just go, and just walk out.
So we impressed him. Nisa, where'd you get that tattoo? I need to get it before I take a nap.
I can show you. If I
Okay.
remember.
Everyone up for a trip downtown, or is everyone
What's
kind
that?
of pooped?
What's downtown?
Downtown.
The inner outer rinks, because we can't get into the inner city because of visas, but we
I
can
thought
go
the
as close
visas
as.
were
That's-
removed.
Yeah, that should be done.
Well,
right?
not yet.
No,
You
not
did
yet. We just
Just
released him.
he did
Oh.
just leave.
We just bullied him.
Maybe actually, let's wait until he releases that.
Although I will
and then-
say, Nisa,
want-
where you got your tattoo was actually in the Outer Rim.
Oh,
in
thank
a
God.
night, in a night market,
yes.
or the Outer City, at a night market.
Speaking of markets, how much money do I have, Jordan?
I'll say you have.
5 ciphers.
I have
500
673
ciphers.
starting. I have
Yeah, so add
673 right now.
500 onto that.
Damn.
Okay.
Yo, he
Because
got
I
bread.
Yeah,
want to buy.
81.
He got bread.
You have
Also,
81.
Jordan, Pete,
Yeah.
in general. I just had to log into WoW.
I
real quick
have-
to get this.
I have a lot.
I only have 64 credits to my name, and I have yet to spend a dime.
64 total?
I've
That's
spent
it,
a lot
yeah.
of money the last.
But I
two
haven't been
sessions.
gambling during the tournament either.
Like ciphers?
Yeah, the ciphers. I wasn't gambling at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have well over 1,000.
Damn. Fuck.
Look at you.
I'm stonking up. I don't know how. I just become wealthy in every campaign I play.
Kinda love that.
You wanna death roll me?
She's cheating.
I just be raking in the dough. I can't help it. It's who I am.
Respectful.
Jordan, look at them. They-
Hell
they
yeah.
WoW
Greed
stole
is an
from you.
overlapping trait.
What'd you say, Liam?
Look in general. WoW stole from you.
No, they really didn't. Like at all.
I can't believe they stole from you. That's well.
Anyway.
Anyone else want to go
yeah,
get
you guys
matching
are all in an abandoned
tattoos?
warehouse. Is it shopping night? Is it shopping time?
I cannot get tattoos. My skin
I
is
don't
copper and
have
bronze.
any money.
We can definitely get it etched into your laser
And
style.
also, Ziggy,
Wait.
you owe money anyway.
Oh my
God.
Thank you for bringing it
He's not only poor, he's in debt.
He's in
You
debt.
placed a down payment to Dr.
Seven,
Asimov, and there's
10.
2 payments left.
Holy shit.
Can someone buy me my
Tattoo.
Buy
Drugs.
He
Drugs?
already covered in
Sure.
tattoos.
Speaking
but
of
we can
drugs,
overlook one.
Hey Ziggy.
Yes.
So funny story. So you know that good shit that you took in the fight with Mr. Gunn?
Yeah.
Somehow it doesn't like now after everything's kind of wound down and your feet have stayed cold for a second and the adrenaline is worn down, you somehow feel as if it hasn't worn entirely off yet. Like it's not like pumping through your veins, but it's still kind of there a little bit, which is strange.
Do
Oh,
you,
no,
do
he's
you,
just
do you, do you,
Always
do you
got
hear
it.
that? Do you hear that?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I propose we don't buy this bloke some drugs.
My
I hand Ziggy a gas nade.
Whoa. Whoa.
No.
I'm gonna mark it off on my inventory.
my
Have one.
my heart is racing.
It's probably best that you lay off then, huh?
Oh.
Or you could replace your heart with a mechanical alternative.
No, that's disgusting.
Oh.
I would,
Fuck.
You disgusting robotic
If I had
creature.
expressions, you would see I was livid.
That's hilarious.
no, not being made of metal, having your parts replaced. Gross.
You
What
could
is
always
blood
be
yipping about?
I know I told you this, Jordan, towards the beginning of the campaign. All the stuff in my inventory I have, like, as part of me, right? All the generic fucking binoculars and hacking tools. I Inspector Gadget through them real quick. I was like, I don't know. It seems beneficial.
And these is more so just kind of freaked out, like, what does this mean for your soul?
I shrug. Anyways, wait, is Raymond Gunn gone?
Yeah, he dipped.
Yep, he's gone.
Fuck.
He's gone.
I need spells.
Well, come to the night market with us. Maybe they got some underground sellers. I actually, Nisa, didn't you go somewhere to buy spells?
Yeah, and it was stupid fucking expensive.
Wait.
Like
Can somebody buy me a tattoo then?
500,000 for a fucking stinky ass spell.
Well, hold on.
Hypothetically,
What was the spell?
if I were to ask to just simply look at the scrolls for a period of time, do you think they'd be onto that?
Probably. The spell was disintegrate, by the way.
I feel like disintegrate is much more above what I am seeking.
Yeah, damn near insta kill to almost anyone. Almost anyone.
I'll join you on the night market, and if their costs are prohibitively expensive, then they're prohibitively expensive.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Anyone
So you
else
guys
up
head
for
out
it?
as a collective.
I will when everybody's out to shop. I will join.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
I'm going to stick close.
Okay. So with that, you guys kind of head out as a collective unit once again back together to the night market that Nisa mentioned earlier. You kind of roll up on this other side of the outskirts of town. It's about like a half minute to a 45-minute walk from where you half hour to 45-minute walk from where you are right now. Yeah, my fault. That was a misspeak. Half hour to 45-minute. And you just kind of see, especially since it's getting much darker outside, because it's never really that bright out here on Twilight. It's just like the suns are, they're kind of doing their thing. But now that they're setting and it's getting later into the evening, it's getting dark outside, and you see like a couple of hanging like fairy lights from certain tents, as well as like neon signs that are fizzing out and kind of broken, set up to a couple of other tents. Some people just straight up are using like an abandoned like small truck, or maybe even like a little like hole in a building where a window was carved out to just kind of like pawn off some stuff. You
Knowing
see
that
some of
it'd
them
be
are
a
like,
45-minute trot, I would like to cast Find Vehicle.
okay.
Interesting.
So you just get ahead of the group.
Yeah, just a little bit ahead of the group, and as I walk, you see me doing weird shit with my mechanical thingies, and then If you're close enough to me, you'd probably see like a stream of like what I guess effectively looks like dust come out, and then over the course of maybe 10 minutes, even though it's casting time 10 minutes. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
You're
Slowly a rudimentary, appropriate. How many people are with us?
Holy shit.
the whole
For a
party.
party
Whole
of
party.
8.
Can I do a vehicle that seats 8?
Absolutely
SUV.
not.
What?
Absolutely
A
not.
Fiendish
Okay.
SUV might be in jet black,
To be fair, I am small.
and we have 2 small people.
Do we have 2 small
Jordan,
people?
if you're willing
Well,
to allow it
Lisa's
for this,
technically
I will
small.
concede that in
What?
a place where it matters, I cannot summon
I mean,
a vehicle for 8 people.
I think we can all get
Well,
there.
technically it's 7 right now. If we want to say Octavia like stayed back.
I can run beside the bus.
Yeah, make our monks run.
I summon,
can
I
just
summon the
sit
vehicle
on
and the
top,
monks
right?
just go, nah, that shit's for lazy fucks.
So with the way
Yeah.
I intended for find vehicle to be, it was like, so find steed is a very personal thing. I intended for find vehicle to be something along the lines of like a speeder, you know, like from Star Wars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
It
that's
is
what
a
I
real
envision
spell.
it as.
From Spelljammer, if you would like it. This is. I don't know if I copied this from your spell list or if I copied this from the official spell list. But that is fine with me. Either I make a vehicle that can suit 5 to 6 people for a casual drive into town, or I make it so I don't have to walk. And I'll let you be the arbiter of which way that goes.
So I'll
think
say
it's cool
because of
because-
like, so find
Interesting
vehicle
thought.
is meant to be like parallel to find steed, and you know,
Okay,
find
so I
steed
summon-
summons like a horse or a goat.
I summon a little like a hover seat.
Mall
and
cop
just kind of
hoverboard.
float with the rest of everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be running, and when there's a turn, I'm running in like a perfect 90-degree angle.
Nice.
On every turn.
Hey, City.
Yeah.
Remember when we discussed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on my back.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they were about to murder me.
So you just take off with him on your shoulders.
I'd like to believe
I'm
he
like
didn't even
Naruto
ask
running.
Ozzy. He just picked him up and ran.
Just pew takes off.
Face.
Just right
Yeah.
behind.
My face is just
Personal
blank
vehicle.
while I'm running.
He's
Oh,
locked
God.
in.
He's locked in, bro.
He's got that runner's high.
I love how I didn't even have to say anything.
But with that, Arenicus, you very blatantly, obviously, get there first.
No,
you said-
I float along with the group.
Oh,
of
okay. So
walkers.
you're kind of just chilling, like, you know.
Yeah,
I just don't want to walk.
I'm the guy with the Segway in Disney World
So
while
it's
everybody else
Ziggy
is
and
walking.
Ozzy who are ahead of everybody. If Ziggy is just running.
Yes.
All right. There's nobody for you to catch up with. You're just bolting ahead of the group. But with Ziggy and Ozzy, the two of you get here first and see this kind of sight that I described earlier, with the tents, the broken neon signs, the fairy lights kind of hanging like across the roadways between the tents and whatnot. A couple of like empty buildings that have windows carved out, where people kind of have set up like a couple of stands with like food, some other illicit products, a couple of like batteries and arcane mechanical pieces that they've like scavenged from places. You see a couple of people like, you know, somebody will hand like a suitcase of ciphers to somebody, and then they'll, you know, stuff a small weapon in their pocket or underneath their jacket, just things like that.
Hey, Ziggy.
Also, real quick, I'm an idiot, by
Hey.
the way. Jordan, if you read the at higher levels section, that answers the fucking question.
So it does, and I will.
There we go.
So here's the thing, though. That spell isn't in my expanded spell list, but I'll let it slide for this time. And I only say that because I do have an equivalent that I pulled from Dark Matter, which is at 4th level.
Okay.
So
I'll fix it. Just
I see.
DM
I
me
see.
and I'll sort it.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Hey, Ziggy.
Yes.
Let's go find your drugs.
I put you down and I
Such
start
an
like,
enabler.
and I start standing on my hands, and I'm going to follow you.
Such an enabler. No, Ozzy.
While the group is waiting to catch up.
So, Ziggy, you're just going around to look for the good shit?
Yes, I am like eyes wide, searching for any signs of a salesman.
Roll me perception with advantage, because you've straight up gotten it before.
What are drugs like in the 41st millennia?
So there's plenty of them. There's drugs, there's I mean, a lot of them are very similar to the ones you take now, where you can inject them into your arm, you can take them as tabs. You can cast a spell on them, and they kind of like permeate through your entire body and make you change colors.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Ziggy, about 5 minutes into your stay here, and around the same time that everyone else kind of catches up and finally actually gets to the night market, you smell it. Somewhere off, maybe like a teensy bit leaked from a syringe somewhere, maybe you don't know how. But you can smell just around one of the corners, just the faintest bit of what's in your veins.
I give a single sniff, and I just start like getting teary-eyed, and then I just start fast walking in a direction, and I'm like dragging you behind me.
I imagine
Are
like
you two
I got
alone?
the toddler build, and he's like a mom, like grabbing me by my wrist and pulling.
Are you alone at this point, or
You guys are built like a kid and Slender Man.
Yeah.
God. I believe they got there first and then started doing their own thing the second we got
immediately?
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys get
Yeah.
here as they're kind of doing this, but Ziggy, you round the corner and you just kind of, you see this mysterious figure where you can't see their face underneath the hood. You just see kind of two yellow glowing eyes. No like face, no smile, no nose, just a little bit of shadow underneath. And they're kind of hunched over, and they just look at you and go, "Hey Ziggy, are you back for some of my wares?"
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How's she have?
The figure is just gonna kind of take one of their like long black jacket sleeves, kind of like peel it open, and just inside, like lined up almost like in little like slits amongst the inside of the jacket, you just see these 3 small vials of like a very faint clear yellow liquid. And the figure asks you, "Do you have a means of injection?" Yeah,
Yes, I have.
100%, like straight up. That
What are
is the
you buying?
What do you have? Do you have anything new? Anything interesting?
I have many new things. I always have something interesting. But most of them are poisons. Things you want to give to other people. Unless you're a freak. Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I am a freak.
you're a freak, yeah? You're a little freak, aren't you? No, I'm kidding. I'm done.
God,
Don't
Ziggy.
rile him up.
that is so
Ziggy.
crazy.
Yes.
Don't you need money to buy drugs?
Yeah, you're gonna. Hey, Ozzy.
I'd be willing.
I'll owe you.
However,
Yes.
I turn to the drug dealer.
Mhm.
You sell poisons?
I do sell poisons. Many. From all across the galaxy.
What is the worst fast-acting one that you have?
The worst. You're gonna watch them kind of turn around, and you're gonna hear a couple of like latches open in some kind of box. They like spread their jacket a little to kind of like hide the whole process from you. But then they're going to turn around and say,
Can I hyped up on looking for drugs mode? Look at this guy doing this shit and try and see what he's doing anyways.
"Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Make me a perception check to kind of like peep around him."
Do I still have advantage?
I'll say no because it's so fucking dark here, but you
Yeah.
have dark vision, so fine.
Whoa.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
something I had to remind myself.
24.
You notice, you see like this really shoddy suitcase kind of open up as you kind of peep around their shoulder. and you just see this multitude. You see like vials, you see tiny bags that are full of like leaves and ground up powders. You see almost like a couple of knives or blades in there next to some of them. You see a couple of them are in like salves and syringes. But some of them have like sticky notes next to them. You see this one that looks like almost like a little bit of something puffy like cotton balls in one of them, and it says Idmos. And then you just see this other one that is just a tiny little jar with just like a gaseous vapor in it that says Insanity Mist. And he just kind of like
What?
pulls out one and turns around to you and closes the suitcase, Ozzy, and says, "You wanted, in your words, the worst fast-acting one."
Gives like a curt nod.
He'll take this like little salve that's full of what seems to be a black viscous ichor, and he says, "This is known as Deathblade. Are you familiar with the poisoning techniques of the Drow? It's a very popular practice for them to implement poisons into their weapons, and then either fire them at people or stab them with them. Sometimes they fall unconscious. Other times, well, you know, the same thing you do when you intend to stab someone anyway. This is Deathblade. If you spread this on a weapon, or just force a creature to ingest it in any way, shape, and form, well, they will die. Not guaranteed, but if they don't, there was no way you were killing them anyway."
You don't have any poisons that guarantee?
My friend, as much as I wish I could guarantee death, there are beings in this universe that transcend strength. When I say I cannot guarantee death, I am speaking of those beyond anything we've ever seen. Because I've seen some shit. Have you seen someone use a nuclear weapon in close quarters combat and not die of radiation poisoning?
Yeah.
How much is it?
This Deathblade, for this vial, is 5,000 ciphers.
Holy shit. You got that, Ozzy? Cash out, baby.
Yeah, cash
You
out.
got it. You got
What do you
it.
think?
What about a deal? What about a deal? If that's bought, we get some of that beautiful stuff right there, too.
Looking at the good shit?
Yes.
Well, if I've been completely honest, I've been meaning to get this off of my hands anyway. I'm running out, and frankly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more anytime soon.
Fuck. What?
What do you mean, what?
Where am I gonna get more?
I don't know. You'll have to find a new
fuck.
source.
Oh,
My source is, well, sourceless.
Oh. Oh. It's okay. It's okay.
So,
Yeah,
looking at
yes.
you, Ozzy, Deathblade or no?
Give me 1 second. Theoretically, question. If I were to have a small sample of this poison, if I am a proficient in science, could I theoretically learn its genetic makeup?
It would take a lot of time and resources, but yes, with proficiency in alchemist tools, you could, as well as alchemist tools themselves, you could possibly eventually reverse engineer a poison that you have access to.
Oh yeah.
But you would obviously need to find the resources to be able to do so.
To make the poison, yes.
Yeah, to make the
take a little sample before you use it.
Right. Another question. Is the whole vial needed for it to be effective, or is it
Yes.
just like, damn?
Ooh.
But could you take like a thimble out of it and study that?
I mean, theoretically, perhaps.
Theoretically.
I don't have that much money. So
I do have smaller poisons. You did go ahead and offer to ask
Yeah.
for your worst fast-acting one.
Well, we can always bargain.
How much you got?
Currently, 1,000 credits. However,
I have an electric guitar.
Hey yo. You
I
okay?
literally cannot with that.
You okay?
No.
I
I pull out an electric guitar. The one from the show.
Do you remember how deep in debt you are? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
hold on, let me.
Yeah, but I need my drugs, bro.
You're so far in debt. You cannot afford the drugs.
Yo, he is
Tell
really
you what.
struggling.
You looking at Ozzy? Are
Yeah.
you picky about your means of spreading these poisons?
Not particularly.
He's gonna kind of turn around and put the salve that he has back in the suitcase, and then rustle around. You hear like a couple of clinks noises, the shriek of a cat, and he'll turn around again, and he'll have this tiny little bag, just pretty much just a resealable Ziploc, and he'll say, "This is much more in your wheelhouse, but you have to dump this onto your hand and blow it in somebody's face." Somebody that has to breathe it in, of course. That is if you're trying to do it on the fly. You could just have them breathe it in through any other means, of course.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good for when
However-
you're spying on niggas in your disguises.
Right. However, real quick though, I might not have enough credits. Wait, ciphers?
Ciphers.
Ciphers. But that doesn't mean I'm out of things worth trading.
Right.
And I pull out a small bag from my pocket. Do you know what this is? I
It's a
hold
small
out
bag.
my bag of holding.
Well, some people call it a satchel, others call it a fanny pack, but apparently some people take offense to that term because they think it's too uncool.
Yes.
I open the bag and just like stick my whole arm in.
Aha. May
Yes.
I? And just kind of reaching out a hand. I don't have running shoes on, if that's what you're concerned about.
he in the
He, like,
Crocs right
you
now.
see him like thinking, and he's
I
like,
would-
you wouldn't be
Ziggy
able
just-
to get far anyway. And I open up the bag anyway.
He says, I would catch you.
I literally have my hound dog right here, bro. You're not getting anywhere.
They kind of just grab the bag and like look deep into it and kind of like putting their face halfway into it and go, "Ah, I've heard of these before, but I don't think I've actually Oh, who am I kidding? I know what this is. I was just trying to be a little coy and play dumb. I will say this won't make up for the difference for 5,000, but it definitely, if you're interested in parting with this, I could use it for sure as a bargaining chip. Maybe even for some personal use for me. I might keep it.
I have an electric guitar.
I can't really do much with that.
It belongs to, what was the band that was playing?
Star Metal.
It belongs to
Oh,
Star
I
Metal.
love Star Metal.
Oh. I love Star Metal. Too bad they died.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
killed
they
them.
died in a horrible fire
sorry.
at the Ray of Sunshine.
Sorry.
Will this
yes.
and the 1,000?
It's immortalized now.
I know this alone cannot, but this and the 1,000 ciphers.
It will not get you the Death Blade, but it can get you other things.
Can I roll for persuasion?
Let me change his mind.
Sure, roll for persuasion.
Nah, bro, y'all gotta start carrying Vincent
can I
around
help?
when you're making deals. He's got
Can I
suggestion
help?
and bardic
Can I help? Can I
inspiration.
help?
No.
Damn, I tried.
No.
Okay.
Can I pull
Um,
up
But I
an
will say
all-black
those two things
SUV?
together could get you some pink lotus viper extract.
What
That
does
sounds
that
really
do?
cool.
What does that do?
Harvested from the lethal lotus vipers of the Bogmire jungles. Well, there's two kinds of viper extract, but the black one is much more expensive. But the pink one works just as well. You can have somebody ingest it, or you could smear it on a weapon and, you know... He makes a little stabbing motion with his hand.
What does that mean?
It makes it harder for them to speak, and also, you know, being a poison, it'll make their veins rot away.
Oh my god.
But
And
how
then
quickly
potentially lose
will it kill them?
consciousness. What'd you say?
But how quickly will it kill them?
Oh, immediately.
Immediately.
That is, you know, some creatures. I have to, you know, I have to be mindful and not just guarantee that all my poisons will kill people, because some people are just built really fucking different.
Ayo.
But against quote unquote normal people, most of the poisons I have will kill people immediately.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
I love that.
Okay.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
question, real quick, out of game,
Mhm.
Jordan. I can as an artificer, I can just make more bags of holding, right?
So
Eventually.
your current bag of holding is one of your artificer infusions, right?
Yeah.
So that being counted as one of your artificer infusions means that in order to make another one, you would have to undo the infusion on this one and then just redo the infusion on another bag you have. Which you could do. It would just count as you scamming this guy. That is up to you. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do. I'm just saying, hypothetically, you could just give your bag of holding that you have infused to this
Right.
guy, undo the infusion a day later, and then redo the infusion on a bag you have.
Okay. I just wanted to know how that worked.
Yeah, you're good.
That was kind of the game plan anyway.
I love scamming.
I love scamming.
Ozzy, fucking, fucking getting me into debt with him,
The guy who literally
And
knows you that you're
and
that
also
this
getting
is the
getting me
drug dealer.
more addicted to drugs
Yeah.
while
what it's all
scamming
about.
people.
You're a little drug mule. Come on.
Yeah.
Evil.
boy.
nigga.
I'm on my
Evil
evil hour.
dude.
I'm on my evil hour.
Come
You
on.
can't. I
It's all
love
for the
being
good of
evil.
the-
Aha.
What are we? The Dreamcatcher Pirates?
Yeah.
Yes.
More
Dreamcatcher.
like Tracer and fucking Ziggy's
Hey.
face, am I right? Hey,
Yeah.
Face that dragon, buddy.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Hey.
Is there do you have stats for these poisons that I can?
I do.
You know. Okay.
100%.
Can I see the two that I can afford that you named?
Oh no, I was just waiting for you to make the deal.
Oh, before
You don't get the
tell me?
stats until you buy
And-
Oh, bro.
Silly girl.
it. Silly
There goes the
goose.
drugs, right? There goes the drugs, right?
Silly motherfucker.
Can I at least
I do have plenty of drugs, yes.
Yeah. Can I at least inspect it closer, to try?
Throw
Dip
in
Stinky in and
throw in a
taste
drug.
it.
Throw in a mystery drug. Throw in a mystery drug.
If you're really not going to buy anything else, I will throw in one of your little things. The lupus. But that is, of course. And he'll kind of dangle the little pink poison salve in front of you. Just kind of swishing it around in his hand. Go. That is, of course, if we have some business on our hands.
Of course we do.
Excellent.
I'm just saying.
1,000 ciphers and then bag of holding for this.
Yeah.
And some of your friends' usual fix.
Yes. But can I inspect? Can I?
You may test its legitimacy all you like.
Okay.
You will find that you are never disappointed in my solutions.
Do I know how much a bag of holding is worth?
You'd say based on the seller, a bag of holding is usually worth somewhere between roughly 200 to 400 ciphers. It really depends on the buyer. That's the lowest of the low ends and the highest of the high ends.
Well, I think it's a small bag of holding though. It's not a big full-size one, correct?
I mean, a bag of holding is a bag of holding. They all have the same.
But they come in
approximate
different
sizes.
sizes, though. Is all
Wait,
I'm saying.
no,
it's
this
the
isn't like
stock
a handy
bag of holding.
haversack. This is a bag of holding.
This
Yeah.
is
This is infinite carry weight.
Yeah.
It's not infinite. There is a finite pocket dimension that it goes to, which is like it's a specific number on the bag of holdings stat block.
Yeah, it gives on like a number.
Yeah. If
of
it's like a 30 cubic feet, it can hold 250 pounds.
Yeah.
70, 500.
Can hold up to
Okay.
500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. There we go. Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
online usually the prices are like 2,000 for a bag
Well,
of holding, but you know.
that's crazy. People are scamming.
Just saying. It could be worth a little more. Is all I'm saying.
Bully him more, Laura. Bully him more.
I said it's enough with the 1,000 ciphers to get some pink Viper Lotus extract. That's how much it's worth.
Anyways, can I roll to inspect it?
Yeah, you can. Make me your choice of medicine or arcana.
Let me see which one I'm better at.
Yeah, anyways, let me sniff it.
Arcana? Oh, definitely Arcana. Advantage, because I'm a science man.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay,
Let's fucking go!
Why
Oh,
not?
fuck.
I'm just giving
Oh,
people shit for
fuck.
free tonight, I guess.
I think the Breaking Bad subplot.
So
Hey, the
As
advantage
you
doesn't
were-
matter for these last 3 rolls because we rolled first one high.
yeah.
Bruh, hold on. Hold on.
So I'll say, as you kind of like, you see your warped reflection in the glass of the salve, you see the pink, viscous liquid inside. You see no reason for this not to be what they are speaking of, because while you're not, intimately familiar with the nature of the poison, because according to him, this is a poison from a snake on a planet in the inner rim of the galaxy. However, you've seen poisons before,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no reason for this not to be one. You're fairly certain that this isn't any sort of like scam or even like a dilution or a knockoff.
Okay. I
Yeah,
am
we gotta
certain
make
this
sure
is
you
a
keep the
poison.
back.
Yeah.
It's basically.
It's a poison for sure,
It's a poison.
even in the
for
way that it's like
sure.
contained.
And this is 1,000 plus the bag of holding.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Could
It's a
I
bold move.
wrangle that down a little bit?
He like thieving and buying drugs. Thieving and buying drugs.
I mean, I am already throwing in some of your friend's usual fix as part of a package deal.
Oh, I know. But
Right.
it's like he's a repeat customer. You know he's always good for it.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing that.
Thank you. But who's to say I'm not good for it?
Oh, God.
Well, I
Roll
just
for
met
per-
you.
Roll for persuasion.
I just fucking met you, lady.
Just
Or
roll,
guy.
just roll for persuasion. Just
And you're not
I
mad.
I can vouch.
I was gonna try and vouch to
Ah,
give you advantage.
nah,
Nah.
nah.
That's the most I'm not fucking with it. Nah, I've ever heard in my life.
I really did try my best. 1,000 plus my bag of holding? Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You can have that.
So, pleasure doing business with you. And I'll kind of like just, take the 1,000 ciphers and just kind of sling the bag of holding over their shoulder and hand you with 2 crooked fingers this salve of pink poison. And boom, I'll put a. Actually, that's rare. That's a typo. Let me just.
I was like, I better have not given 1,000 gold for an uncommon poison.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. That's on me.
Okay. It's harvested.
I have like 7 poisons there, my fault.
Pink and black biological creatures affected by pink must exceed a DC 18 concentration or take 66 damage in all equipment.
How many of my fix did he give me? Just one?
Yeah, just one use of the good shit.
Okay.
Okay.
I kiss it and put it up.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Of course. I'll see you around. And they just kind of like turn a corner and disappear.
Disappear.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like actually?
He's just like me.
Yeah.
He's just like me. He's
You-
just like me.
if you look for if you look for them around the corner, they are not there.
We're not. The rest of the party is not here, right?
No.
It's
Yes,
funny you say
just
that, 'cause you
arrived,
guys,
I imagine.
now that this scene has concluded, you guys just got here. So you can look around and find Ziggy and Ozzy, or you can look around and find your own stuff.
Well, I'm here for scrolls.
Yeah.
Nisa
Also, I DM'd you.
and... Yeah, I know, I got you. I'm not seeking it out. But if we come across it, let me know.
I'm saying if you do seek it out, you will absolutely find it. I'm just letting you know that.
Got it.
Up to you.
Yeah, there's a hair. Parker, what's your character's name?
Vincent.
Vincent, I need that. If fucking Vincent and Nisa have specific places they want to go, I will follow them. If not, I will suggest we head to wherever I can find magical scrolls, or not scrolls, whatever you call them.
I mean, there are scrolls, but there are also like, think of them as USBs.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
I feel like there should be slang for them.
So it's funny because the USB is the acronym. It's Universal Spell Bus.
That's
Okay.
so cool. That's so cool.
Well, Nisha, you looked at a spell slinger. Eh?
What?
You spoke with the spell slinger previously. Did they seem like they were offering fair prices, or should we look elsewhere?
I already told you that fucking old coot is not gonna sell you anything worth a fuck for a pretty penny.
Very well. We shall look elsewhere then. If you seek anything in particular, I'm happy to tag along. But as we tag along or search, I look for anyone advertising.
Friend,
Bruce
I am
tattoo.
flat broke. I'm flat
Vincent
broke,
getting a tattoo.
and I'm ready to make my own shit.
So are you trying to get a normal tattoo, or are you trying to get one of them funny little magical tattoos like the one that Nisa has?
Now look, I'm broke, so I want that same one. So I'm gonna go find. How
It
much
was
did you
only
pay for that
50, right?
tattoo? Oh, only
Let me
50?
double check. Let me double check.
It was 75 ciphers for the one.
Oh no! Can someone let me borrow 11 ciphers? I'm 11 off.
If you say
Yeah, I got you, man.
Asking character, motherfucker.
That is him
Vincent
asking
D.
again.
Nazar. Yeah, Vincent and Parker have the same voice. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Did you ask? Did you just do that in character?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
How much you need?
What favor shall I incur by netting you 11 ciphers? Also, are you sure you want to spend all of your money?
I'm a pirate. We're gonna get more. This is all I got right now.
True.
Money's really not a thing, you know.
Based.
But
Yeah.
I want to let you know, this is not just financially locked in, but I'm going to support you guys in everything. So I want you to know that you doing a favor for me is not me doing something for you later because of this. I'm going to do that anyways.
How much do you need?
11,
Take the
Cassio.
fucking money,
Fine.
right?
Oh, arigato gozaimasu. Hi.
I didn't even have.
I feel like
Cassio,
everybody
you
just
fool.
standing there holding out like sticks.
We're
Cypher
literally
sticks.
holding out money.
No,
Everything
we
is
could
Everybody's
Yeah.
got their credit
have. We
cards
could
on
have
hand.
bartered for a more advantageous situation.
Vincent, soon, Arenicus, you'll learn that my entire goal is to make sure Nisa gets her dream fulfilled, and anyone a part of that pirate crew and friends that I make along the way, their dreams made. So like, I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of me outside of you getting exactly what you need. I'm gonna get you there, baby.
What a
But-
beautiful being.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Blaze
hop
is a little
skip.
bit too hard.
I'm gonna hop skip my
I
happy
kind of
ass.
like it.
I'm gonna head over to Nisa. Lead the way.
There's
I actually don't know.
stars
Where.
in Ziggy's eyes right now.
High ass motherfucker.
I will lead the way. I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna shoot a glance at Ziggy. Wait, mate, you good?
No. No, not at all.
Fuck is wrong with you?
You look worse than usual.
I mean, he
I,
does look pretty terrible.
my heart is racing. My. Oh my god. I think my fingernails are moving.
Fingerprints
Vinny,
are moving.
do you have calm emotions?
He's high.
No.
His fingerprints are moving.
He's high.
He's high right now? Oh.
Yeah. He
Okay, I
gives
was
you
about
like
to-
another nod.
Ziggy, as you
alright.
look at your fingerprints, so they start moving, you see a little spider crawl over one of them.
Ziggy, catch! And I'm gonna throw a water bottle at him.
Catch.
Hydrate, bro.
I don't look away from my other hand. I catch it with the other,
He's so cool.
and I like move it to try and drink, but just miss my mouth and pour it out.
Alright. The effort was
I'm just
given.
I'm locked in.
He's locked
Well,
in.
you know, at least you tried to
Tilt
help
his
him
head
out.
the correct
Yeah, I think
way
she's.
so he can at least have water touch his mouth.
I think she's crawling inside me.
Oh my god.
What did you give him?
Yeah,
I would
what
like
is he
to-
on?
I would like to notate all of Ziggy's symptoms and just like study him as we progress to the tattoo shop
Figure.
for Vincent.
You did see in the last combat when he hit Raven's gun, his like the skin on his arm like blink, like eyes opened up on them.
What do I know about Ziggy? Because I don't know what you made canon in the time I was gone, but so we met in that underground kind of fighting pit,
Yes.
and then I joined them, and then from there I don't really know. I don't know what happened. But as far as Ziggy specifically, what
You've
what
just
do I
seen him
know
act
about him?
weird and schizophrenic. That's the gist of it.
As far as I can gather, would it be safe to assume from Arenicus'
And you've seen
perspective, he's just a crackhead?
you've seen tentacles explode out of
You have
my
seen-
head. Also,
You have
Did
seen
he-
like
I don't
absolutely
think he saw
crazy.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen horrors yet.
Did you
Because he's
do it
only-
in the fight against the Hegemon troopers?
I don't-
In
I
session
did
1 or
not.
2?
No, I have.
Oh,
I
in that
did not
case,
do it.
no, Arenicus, you have never seen him do that. He is just a crackhead.
Oh shit! Then yeah, you've seen the blink though, because you were there for the Raven gun fight.
I was. Okay. He's a case study at the very least. He's something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
We'll
freak is
spend
what
a
he is.
significant amount of time just kind of making sure if anything strange, like abnormal, aside from just crackhead behaviors, happens with Ziggy, I would like to just be aware of it. That's it. And then
Okay.
for now, we're following Vincent to the magical tattoo place, or
That is true. That is correct.
Yes,
so
please.
Nisa, you lead the way to the place where you got your magical tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple of tints and a few more like hanging fairy lights that you kind of bat out of the way down further into the night market. You kind of like have to hop off and like mind your step as you kind of like go down what seems to be like this impromptu set of stairs. Not quite into an underground level, but like almost like into a little crater in the ground where like 2 feet below the surface, you just kind of see this one tent set up where this guy, this like big beer-gutted dwarf with a robot arm, is just doing work on what seems to be a kobold, and kind of like getting in between the scales with some ink. And you see this like big painted like words over a plank of wood that just says "Inks, no relation, no relation."
what the fuck? What do I gotta roll to extrapolate what he's referencing with no relation?
Roll me a history check. You've heard of somewhere else in the outer city here in the Pulse district, there is a store called Inks No Relation.
He sells the shit.
So it's inks, no relation, no relation.
Yes.
Got it.
So there's an Inks No Relation, and this is Inks No Relation, no relation.
Do I know anything about inks, no relation?
Nah, you haven't really been there. But
Okay.
Nisa knows.
Yeah, that's a fuckhead who wouldn't sell me a scroll.
Do you know what he has no relation to?
Probably
the
just
original inks, like,
No,
is that
fucking
old?
sociopath. Oh, sorry.
Is he gone?
Who knows?
Well, he's a big white dragon now. Sorry.
What?
I don't know what universe I'm in anymore.
Wait, did you say that in character?
No, sadly enough.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's
I'm just trying to ask Jordan what about
Yeah, no,
dragons
you don't know.
in Twilight Imperium.
Yeah.
All right. I pull up inside with my now
Okay, I pull up.
heavy cipher stick, and I would like your best work redone onto the back of my neck.
Yeah,
I
it's like
can
the same
do.
spot.
Give me like 5 minutes though. I'm kind of late where I
Oh,
care.
you're right. Somewhere a
And
little
the
bit
kobold
off.
that's kind of like leaned back in
I
this
mean, you can
makeshift
take the
chair,
same-
kind
No,
of
no,
just
no,
like
no.
glances over at you and goes, "Oh yeah, sorry mate, just like 5 more minutes, maybe 6, I don't know."
Take your time.
It's
I
cool,
would like to
Vinny, it's
scan the
cool, it's
kobold
cool. I
for
just thought
any
maybe we'd all-
identifying
Yeah, you
tattoos.
remember that anime we used to watch as kids?
No, Nisa. Yeah, Nisa.
Terry
I
failed?
I remembered
They
it.
all had their mark
just-
in a different spot.
Yep,
That's
just
all I
as
was
you
thinking.
told me, I was getting in the
Yeah,
same
you
spot.
Do what you like.
Yeah,
do what
yeah,
you
no.
like.
No, no,
I just thought
you
we'd be
have-
like, we'd be like Terry fail, you know?
You
That's
have
you
good
not drag
ideas,
reel.
cuz
You-
you
If you
have
get
good
me a
ideas.
tattoo, then I can do my own
Terry
tattoo.
Fail is the best anime.
Yeah, you watched it too, yeah. See,
I
he's
do,
tapped in.
I know of it.
He's tapped in.
Make me a perception check.
Who?
Ooh.
All 3 of you who are talking about Terry fail.
Oh boy.
Damn,
Perception. I love to
Whoa.
perceive
I'm
things
on a roll, baby.
because my DM.
Yo!
Vincent and Nisa, the 2 of you are so engrossed in your conversation that you just have stopped paying him any mind.
That is so funny.
But that's so funny. But Irenicus, you notice that the kobold that's in the chair is kind of like listening into this conversation and kind of like gives a little look at the other 2 when they start talking about that.
Oh,
The
hater.
portion of my face that would be my eyes, just like they do the, oh fuck, what do you call it?
The
They
robotic
expand like cartoon telescopes. You know, they get a little deeper. Like they fucking twist and then they poke out of my skull a little bit.
Oh my god.
Like, what do you know?
What do you know it's
Right.
crazy?
Just the zoom in. The kobold goes, "What, me?"
No, the other one I'm staring at.
Well, I just think it's mid. More of a Lizard Sphere X guy myself.
What?
Hold
Lizard Sphere X. You know, only the most iconic program of all time. The one that inspired anything that you're talking about.
Lizard Sphere X. Yeah, you know, you would have that take because Lizard Sphere X fans can't fucking read, mate.
Ooh.
No, I'm sorry. I do plenty of
Get up,
reading.
Nisa.
You need to be quiet because zero pieces appear to everything here.
Is the kobold in his outrage jerk and fuck up his tattoo forever?
No, he doesn't.
How do I make him do that?
I don't know.
Wait, no, you said the dwarf has a fucking robot arm?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
What is his fuck, you mentioned this last session, I forgot what it's called. What is his like spells can affect
So certain things, you can't
Yeah.
really tell what the encryption level on something is until you either begin to attempt to hack it, or you like cast a spell at it and it fails. And even then, you don't know the exact level. You just know that it's too low.
This guy's gonna be the same one that still tattoos me. Just don't remove his arm or make him not able to
No, I
do it.
won't. I'm just gonna try and make
Okay.
him fucking jerk it to just fuck it up forever.
You're going to make him what?
Shut up, Jordan. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make his arm have a slight spasm, causing him to stroke off the kobold.
That is a crazy statement, by the way.
No, just fuck up the kobold tattoo. Just a little
I'm
bit.
going to
just a little
say,
bit.
for reasons, that does not happen.
You're a coward, and I hate you.
It fails against this cybernetic implant.
Hell yeah.
I try and assess the dwarf.
Okay, you assess the dwarf, and he kind of doesn't really seem to be focused on you or anybody else. Just
Yeah,
kind
he's
of like
doing his
zoned in on his work. His eyes are honestly kind of like half shut, so it's like just he's like just chilling, not even there. Loki doesn't give a fuck. But he just keeps going to work, like between the scales, like kind of coloring the outlines of them and whatnot.
Is there another tattoo gun anywhere nearby?
Maybe a perception check.
Okay, be careful.
Did you be careful?
I'll say you don't really find one, but you can possibly, like, if there was one, you would guess that it may be just kind of hidden, like, behind his stand, wherever the rest of his equipment is. Not that you could see it.
I'm gonna turn to him and I'm gonna ask, can I borrow one of your tattoo guns?
Oh, fuck no!
Please.
For what purpose?
I can give myself a tattoo. Well,
fuck no!
Actually,
these things are holy tools, only deserving in the hands of those who understand them.
Do you have any normal tattoo guns?
Sort of binaric at him.
Well, it's not about the tattoo gun itself, it's about the ink in it.
Yes, sir.
Any tattoo gun can be a normal gun or a not so normal one.
I have my own ink.
I'm still not letting you give yourself a tattoo. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to do it myself so I can get paid. You know, paid with money.
All right, my bad.
You don't have to talk down to us. We know what money is.
You're right, I'm sorry. I just, I got a little defensive there.
He's clearly a crackhead. Look at him.
I'm aware. That's why I'm not giving him a tattoo gun.
Yeah, no, fair. Of course, I wouldn't expect you to. How do you feel about Terryvale?
I am covered head to toe in very intricate tattoos.
Yeah, I'm aware. He still doesn't want to give it to you. If I'm being honest, I think I'm a little too old for all that.
You'd be surprised, but
no, I know I would. It's just
I know I respect it.
Understandable.
Finish up on this idiot, and then you can get to someone of real importance.
The kobold just kind of rolls his eyes at that, but stays dead still, not to mess anything up. And then about like 30 to 45 seconds later, the dwarf just goes, "That'll dry in a matter of time. Might need to wipe it down with a rag or two. Don't be too rough on it, and well, you know the drill." And the kobold goes, "Oh, yeah, thanks." And just kind of like walks off and sits in a chair nearby. And so it's just kind of like checking it out and seeing the progress. So interestingly enough, this kobold that's kind of like a light blue color. You watch as like maybe.
Stop.
No, I'm
Stop.
kidding.
Stop.
No. It looks nothing like Thatch. It kind of like has this bicep and tricep tattoo, where it's so his arm. The scales that are on it look like they've been shaded the way that, like, you know how Borderlands shading works?
Yeah.
Or like Telltale Games shading? It kind of looks like that with the way that like the ink is under each scale and kind of details it. And then he kind of like flexes his bicep a bit and like each scale glows underneath and almost looks like it kind of like jettisons light.
Does he have any tattoos that would be typically identifying?
I'll say no. None that have marks that identify with like groups, factions, religious symbology, nothing like that.
Okay.
Yo, Irenicus finna go hunt this nigga down and kill him in his sleep because he liked it.
Fucking, I'm gonna pull a Swift song on this motherfucker. Take him apart bit by bit.
No!
You fools! I'm just playing evil Redrin. You didn't know?
Evil Redrin? You mean just Redrin?
Yeah, tell him. Tell him.
The dwarf kind of like dusts his hands off and twirls his tattoo gun and holsters it. Alright, who's next?
That'd be me. You recently did a fine job on my cousin here, and I'd like the same thing, just right here. And he's gonna pull his jacket off. He's gonna lower the shoulder sleeve of his fishnet shirt, and he's gonna point at his shoulder. Just about here, please.
Alright, I can do that. 75 ciphers, up front. And of course a warning, pretty boy, it's gonna sting.
He smiles. And he just tucks his military dog tags away, takes off his shirt, and Vincent's chiseled. He's not a very strong man, but he is very like rock solid. And he does have like bullet marks and wounds around his body from when he served. Don't worry, I can take it.
Respect. Alright, let me get started. Were you looking for the exact same design? Because, Well, that'll be a lot easier on me.
Exact same design. Just can you make what colors are yours, Nisa?
Mine are blue and like magenta. Like
Perfect.
Neon blue and magenta.
I will take a vibrant purple and white in the color contrast of his.
All right. I'll kind of like take a little bit of ink out, what little was left, and just kind of like, almost like a reload animation. Just kind of like spin the tattoo gun and like load a different like cartridge in there. And he'll look over at Eunice and say, well, while you're here, lassie, can you come over here for a moment so I can, well, I can just use you as a frame of reference.
Yeah, I've got you.
All right, cool. And he'll kind of just like occasionally looking over, just kind of, you know, map it out and get himself prepared and get to work.
Hell yeah!
And you begin having your tattoo done over the course of the next little while. Would anyone else like to do anything during this time?
Ziggy is like looking in a mirror, like with another little mirror that he's looking at to look at his back, and he's just kind of been looking at it through around his mind to even find a place he could put a tattoo.
As you're looking at your back, another spider kind of just crawls over it in the mirror.
Oh man!
I slam my back into the mirror to crush that shit.
You crack the mirror a little bit, and you don't see the spider anymore.
What the fuck?
Any other moment or any other person, I probably would have jumped at that. But knowing Ziggy's in the vicinity, it's like any loud noises or sudden movements is to be ignored. It's fine. It's
Just
Ziggy.
Yeah, you gotta chill for a little while.
Yeah.
Just sit there in the chair. But with that, I'll just DM you this one. You know, your tattoo properties.
So,
As this ink kind of begins to like spread and
Damn.
flood over to the proper areas and morph.
I need
as
to
you
buy a
start
tattoo gun.
Oh wait, I didn't know it was gonna be this.
Yeah.
It is.
Ooh.
Well, just getting what she got, I didn't know this also did that. That's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
bonus. Yeah, no.
You guys get the same thing now.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's why it moves and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, the moving part was cool, but the two parts at the bottom, I didn't know I was gonna get these, which is dope.
Yup.
All right,
Yeah, I want
my good
to
man.
buy a normal tattoo gun so that I can tattoo the palms of my hands and my feet.
Jesus. But do you ask him this when he's finished up with Vincent?
You could just get a tattoo on the palm of your hands.
I mean,
That
if
would
you're
be
really
cool.
serious about it, I guess I could sell you a spare I have, but it won't run you cheap.
I'm just gonna look at Ozzy.
What?
I'm gonna bat my eyes.
Sugar daddy, please.
Oh, man.
It's not very expensive, sugar daddy.
How much is it again?
He looks at you and looks at Ziggy. 60 ciphers. For one of my spare tattoo guns.
You could just save that same ciphers and just get him the tattoo and be done with it.
True.
Right.
You
But
can
I
wait
don't
till
want a
Christmas.
tattoo. I want a
You-
tattoo
Ziggy.
gun.
You can wait till
Ziggy?
Christmas, son.
Ziggy, roll a persuasion check.
Okay, hold up. Here's what I'm going to do because I think I have something for that.
Also,
Oh.
CD, you know when you said Ziggy bats his
So-
eyes at Ozzy?
Oh
Uh-huh.
boy.
This is what I imagined.
You just put.
It's that
So-
one comic somebody drew of Laios and Kabru from Dungeon
wow.
Recipe.
Oh,
This is so real, actually.
That's literally what it looks like.
Fan art
Okay.
now!
So instead of rolling persuasion, I'm gonna look at you, Ozzy,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to watch as it looks like it grows in the same way like a thin fungus would, but it's this black viscous liquid, and there are like eyes that are sprouting all along it, and mouths. And I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Nani?
Advantage.
You're rolling intimidation on Ozzy or on the tattoo artist?
On Ozzy.
Interesting.
What the heck? Do it or
I'm taking
else.
point some of this.
I like. Intimidation.
So you're just gonna genuinely try to intimidate.
Why are
Ozzy?
you
Yeah,
rolling
I'm
with
gonna-
advantage?
Why do you have
Can I
advantage?
use the message?
I will say nothing about this visage specifically confers advantage on.
Oh, wait,
it does. It does.
okay.
Oh, I'm so stupid. Wisdom of the
Yeah, it
spirit. You
does,
have
and
advantage
that
on
should
wisdom,
be-
insight, and charisma intimidation checks.
Yeah, it does, and that's with that uses my wisdom, so that's actually a plus 4.
I don't think it uses your wisdom. It still says
Does it?
charisma.
It's wisdom or charisma.
Yeah, wisdom, insight.
Oh, you
and
have a
charisma
wisdom insight.
intimidation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, so it just uses your charisma.
Yeah, but still.
So here's the thing, Ozzy.
Uh-huh.
Based off of your
Yeah, I'm just-
relationship with Ziggy Stardust, do you believe it to be possible for him to genuinely, at any term, coerce or intimidate you into something as light and menial as a 60 cipher purchase?
I'm thinking about it.
And this doesn't have to be like a, oh no, you're so scary. It can honestly, at the end of the day, it could be anywhere between that or just like a sure, fine, but get the fuck out of my sight kind of deal. Like, and it's a spectrum.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it.
It's a spectrum and we're on it.
Yep. Yummers.
In the meantime, Cassio is Vito level in his video game on his holocom.
Let's go.
Nice.
He's like looking at the tattoos with special features on the wall.
Ziggy's just exuding the worst vibes you've ever seen at the club.
You was at the club. Actually, give me like 2 seconds.
Yes, father.
He's gonna pee his pants.
Cassio, as you are beating a level on a video game on your holocom, kind of testing your skills, your reflexes, write down that until you take a short or a long rest, you gain a +1 bonus to the next attack roll you make.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, bitch.
where do I put that?
I don't know, just like on your notes somewhere. I don't know. Because it's only until your next rest, so it's not like it matters that much. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Okay.
Brother.
Yeah.
Okay then, brother. Only on
Wait.
occasion,
Pop off
brother.
only on occasion, brother.
Wait, City.
Yes.
Are you using this to like you? This isn't acting instead of persuasion. You're just choosing to instead do intimidation, so you get this bonus.
Yeah, like I don't have the option to do persuasion, so I'm
Because
using intimidation.
Then no.
Damn. The second it went from, hey, I'm trying to ask you nicely, but now I gotta ask you a little bit tougher because that's all I know, turned
Yeah.
into an immediate no. Yeah.
Also, just on the fact that a part of this is like you speaking, so only a singular creature can hear you. That feels like home. So
That feels like
familiar.
home.
yeah.
Yeah, it is
feels,
familiar.
It feels familiar, so it's not as scary to him. It's mostly just the way your face looks.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyone else interested in getting a pirate crew tattoo?
Yes.
Come on, Cassio.
Oh shit. Yeah, he finishes up with you and lets you go off to the side. Cassio, do you also truly want a tattoo of your own to match the others?
I'd like my own, please.
Like your own mark? Because the other two, they got something with a little bit of a magical quality. So what if you're looking for something more ordinary, or maybe a different magical quality, or just the same magical quality in a different pattern?
Different magical qualities. Can you walk me through that, please?
So.
Yeah.
And he'll kind of like jingle a couple of like cartridges full of ink. And he'll say, these have different properties inside of them. This one is the one I gave the other two. It's 75 ciphers and gives you the chance to disguise yourself. This one is a little more expensive, and you'll watch as he like kind of takes this salve that has like this like dark black and like pink ink inside that has like runes along the outside of it, and says, this one can give you some protection against well, certain things, but I'm not sure if you'll really need it or not. This one, however, grabbing another one, 400 ciphers, and well, it has a bit of a weird property, but given the type of friends you've made, I'm sure you won't mind too much.
Tell me more about that one, please.
Well, and he'll kind of like lean into your ear. Oh, he's a dwarf, so I'll have to gesture you to kind of like for you to lean down a bit. And he'll go, this one makes a tendril made from ink spring from your body and grab things. It can like hurt people too.
Oh shit.
Real popular with the weird types.
I think I'm one of those weird types.
You want this one? I have one more I can, you know, have you look at. It's 175.
Tell me about that one.
So this one, and he will grab the one for 175. This one, unfortunately, is a one-time use, but it gives you a use of a spell. The tattoo, well, it kind of stays behind, but disappears for the most part, so if you want something that'll stay on you for good, I don't encourage this one. But it's fun while it lasts.
The second to last one? No. The third one? No. The second one you mentioned? Forgive me. What properties were you saying that one had?
The burial tattoo?
Yeah.
It gives you protection from certain things, like bullets and swords. Not the whole lot, but, and he kind of looks you up and down. I'm not even really sure if you'll need that.
I think I'll go for the tendril.
Alright, 400 ciphers.
Done.
Oh.
It's a deal. And he'll kind of sit you down, and what does the design of your tattoo look like?
Dream catchers.
I'd say it looks like the Big Dipper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it between.
Your butt.
Would it have to be a larger size?
Tramp stamp.
Does it have to be what?
There's no way you're
Have to
doing
be,
a
like,
tramp stamp.
A larger size?
Well, it doesn't really. The size doesn't really matter. I'll say for the significance of the tattoo, it just at least needs to be like maybe roughly the size of your hand. It's up to you though.
Perfect. Then put it between my index and thumb, please.
Okay. I respect it. In that case, let me DM you the.
Wait, so who all got tattoos? Cassio, Vincent.
Cassio, Vincent,
Cassio,
and then
Vincent.
Nisa had one.
Nisa?
Yeah. I knew Nisa already had one. I'm just making sure I didn't forget someone.
So we've designed a course that will guide you every step of the way, led by
Alrighty,
the world's
alrighty.
best driver's ed teacher.
Let me put this in your DMs. There we go. You have that now.
Ozzy gonna get a tattoo?
And he
Fuck
takes
no.
money and thanks ya. Well, if my business is done here, it was an absolute pleasure working with all of you.
Good to meet you. What was your name? Inks, right?
Oh, that's just to make it more iconic. My name is actually Skin, but people get weirded out when I tell them my name is Skin. So I just go by Inks. No relation. Not even to
How
the
do
guy
you-
with no relation.
How do you spell that?
Skin?
Yeah.
S-K.
Alright, I'm about to blow your mind with this one.
S-K.
S-K-I-N-N. I had that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much HP does this guy have?
Oh my god. What?
No.
1 billion.
Alright, guys.
Why did
Well,
Ziggy
I'm
cast
fucking pooped.
Bitches of Everlasting Terror.
To intimidate.
Ozzy and
Try
to make
to
him purchase
scare
more.
Ozzy.
No.
To be unsettling and weird.
Yeah, it didn't work out in his favor.
When you did that, he just decided to wait out in the hall.
He
I'm sick.
left. He just went away. Understandable.
That's the cowardly nature coming in. He's like, I'm not gonna deal with this actually. Goodbye.
I mean, that's fair. To a degree, that does mean the intimidation did something. It's just, I'm trying to be mindful, because usually...
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't really account for, like, player versus player charisma checks, because 90% of the time, a bad DM will just boil it down to the person whom the check succeeded against being like, well, you just have to do whatever player A says now. And I'm like, that is stupid.
Right.
Jordan,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
you
See,
couldn't
I
be
was
a bad
doing,
DM
I was
if you
letting the
tried.
dice. If he rolled persuasion, I was gonna let the dice decide if I was on the fence, but because you chose to intimidate instead of persuasion, I was like, I think I will leave now.
Yeah.
So if you rolled persuasion, you might have. All I'm saying, brother.
Z would not have rolled persuasion.
Diplomatic route.
The fates did not
The
align
voices
for that
told him to
person.
do something
Yeah.
different. It's fine.
There isn't be a freak.
To be freaky. But with that business is over, is there anything else you guys would like to do in the night market?
need to
know
get
one
s-
of you
I
was
need to
looking
look for stuff.
some different things.
Yeah.
Of course. I will say, looking around, you do see a couple of people who you, just looking at them, you're not too terribly sure about whether or not these came from them or how much expertise they have on the matter, but they're selling them.
Yeah,
you see a
that's
couple
okay.
people have like archaic looking scrolls and USBs that have like tiny little screens that display data. Mostly low level stuff, but you go up to one tent and they're like, well, hello there, and it's just like this person in this incredibly like overblown and ostentatious but very like worn hand-me-down ruggedy like long frock coat with what seems to be like a little stovepipe, almost like Willy Wonka type hat, and then just a second hat just like it on top of it. And he goes, oh well, hello there, I see you're interested in my magical wares, and he kind of like wiggles his fingers and like leans in at you. How can I help you? I have cantrip scrolls, I have spell scrolls, I have USBs.
Do they filter their spell scrolls by level?
I am certain I can do that. Yes, absolutely. What level are we working with here? 1, 2, maybe.
Mostly. I predominantly my interest is in your 1 and 2s, but if you have a
thank
few
God.
3s, maybe a 4, I might.
A bead of sweat drops down his
look.
forehead when you mention 3, and he goes, "Oh well, we'll just start small and see if we can work our way up." You know, after all those, I have to verify. You know, if customers are truly worthy of those.
I wouldn't ask anything more than realistic. Like, who can even cast a 4? Let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
One
I'm sure
can hope.
plenty of people can. But let's see. I have a USB.
I'm
of,
predominantly interested in
finger guns.
techno
a USB
magic.
of void
Your-
snap. Techno magic. Oh yes,
your
yes, 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 yes.
evocations and enchantments don't particularly interest me, though. I could be
See
swayed.
here.
I could be swayed.
I have a cantrip of chromatic bullet, but I don't think. Sorry, a spell. Silly me. A spell scroll of chromatic bullets. I have a USB of detect augmentation.
Chromatic
There's
bullets. What the hell
augmentation,
is
you
it?
say. I do know
are,
that.
Are you here?
Yeah, well, I
We
assume
would have stuck together, right?
Yeah.
this is post. This is post tattoo.
This is
We're
post
kind of
tattoo.
perusing with the group.
Yeah.
I assume we just all came with.
Yeah. We're all.
So Nisa, you want to ask about chromatic bullet?
Sure. I mean, if it's in a Google Doc or whatever, I'll just go look at it. That way.
Yeah, it's in the Google Doc.
Okay.
It's chromatic bullet.
I'll just look over.
I have that
this-
when I have detect augmentation.
the scroll
What
itself.
about
I guess.
Encrypt. And he kind of like is just making a bunch of noises to himself as he kind of like starts scuffling through things, kind of like panicking and checking a pocket or two of his, kind of going under the desk and like saying, "Encrypt, encrypt, yeah!" And he kind of like jumps back up, does a little bit of a spring. The second hat on top of his hat kind of like flies off and then hits right back onto his head, landing back on top of the other hat. And he goes, "Here you go, 1 USB of encrypt. I believe it is the last one in my stock."
Unironically, Jordan, if I take the USB off of his hand as if to inspect it, and I don't do it, but I go to plug it into my own data slate, what happens?
So
No,
you're
I do
familiar
that.
with.
I do that. I'm like, well, let me see, and then I go to plug it
It is
into
not
my
like
own.
it's an instantaneous process. It has to download, and well, you've never really seen what happens if a download gets interrupted. Maybe it just doesn't work at all. But to
How about
copy a
this?
USB to a device, it takes downloading time.
Yeah, which I assume translates rule speaks as the same amount. I would have to buy it in order to
Yes.
have the time to transcribe it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Rule translations. You understand. You're reading the room.
Cool. This is of interest to me. I could be persuaded to even if any sort of techno magic in general that you have, I would be interested in, assuming I don't, of course, already know the spell.
Well, I'm
be
not really
interested in
exactly sure what you do and don't know after all we just met, but I'm sure I can find plenty of things. I have detect augmentation. I have encrypt.
Well, how
as
about
far
this?
as-
And I'll just kind of show him my spell book, and Jordan, if you want to just open my spell book, you can. If not, I'll,
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
I don't know. I think I have almost every spell I have, except for the ones that are just like from D&D. Actually, I think all of the spells I have are currently technomagic spells.
Hilarious.
Are you gonna be trading spells? Are you gonna be like, I've got one of these for you?
Well,
if
I
you give me one of
don't know
these?"
what the process of making a scroll, even in D&D, is really like.
You spend some gold.
It's crafting a magic item. You spend some gold on some ink and some parchment, and you just make it.
Yeah.
I guess it's fundamentally the same as making a spell book. It's just, depending
Yeah.
on the spell level, it takes a different amount of time to craft.
I guess in this one, are you like buying the right codes,
Well,
encrypting the right
in
files?
this case, it would be coding. Yeah, it'd be coding the files to transmit the spells. But if that's brought up, that's certainly something I'm willing to do. Is potentially trade, come back tomorrow and trade the spells I do know, or scrolls of the spells that I do know for a discount, perhaps, of the spells that
I don't even think it.
Time.
How long does it take? Is it a day or more?
It's like a few hours per spell level.
I'll tell you what. If you have the time tonight, I can gather a couple of resources and maybe go into my resources and find a couple of data chips. If you're willing to part with a couple of these spells so I can expand my repertoire, as well as, and he kind of like taps his fingers together, let's say 100 ciphers, I could give you 2 spells and a cantrip. All of the technomagic variety, of course.
Of course. And then Jordan, as a clarification, when you say part with, do you mean make a scroll or lose it out of my spellbook?
Make a scroll. You don't have to
Make a
lose any
scroll?
of the
Okay.
spells. Yeah, he's just asking for like 100 ciphers and then like access to a few of your spells so that he may copy them down.
When he mentions if I have the time, I'll kind of eye Nisa like, do we have the time? I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, we've got like a day or so. If we go into Sterling tomorrow, we could push it back a little.
I think that could be amicable. I see no reason why not.
Excellent. Give me like 5 minutes and then I will need about 1.5, maybe 2 hours of your time. And then we can seal the deal. As long as you have 100 ciphers, of course. And he'll kind of like take what seem to be 3 little data chips and kind of like put them into his pocket and pat it and go, those will be for you for later. I'm just holding on to them now for safekeeping.
Of course, it can all be arranged. And then we go about that process.
All right, excelente. And he just turns around and scurries off at just such an inhumanly fast pace with like perfect runner's form and the little hat on top of his. Yeah, it's a human. He's got like he's very pale skin with like this gaunt body, and he's got like this long like purplish and black frock coat that he's got on with like a little ascot, and of course the double stack hats.
God, I love everywhere.
With just like kind of like scraggly thin facial hair and a mustache that honestly kind of seems similar to Mr. Guns, where it like has that like cartoonish twirl on the mustache upwards.
If I reminisce on the style of Mr. Gun's facial hair, is that very much the rage?
What?
Is that very much the rage? Is that what's hip?
I mean, a good question. This is the second person you've seen rock this stash style, so who knows? Either sheer coincidence or it's up and coming.
Jordan's what fucking took me out, bro. That nigga was stunned.
What?
I don't know why. That question just was really hard for me to register. I don't know why.
I might be a little
sorry.
drunk.
Nah,
Yes,
I
sir.
know. I can hear it in your voice.
Good. I plan on being drunk for most of the sessions.
But anyway, if you guys kind of hang out there for a minute, you'll see him like turn a corner and like scurry back to where he was. He is like dripping with sweat, and he just goes, "Hello, yes, welcome back to my setup. I'm prepared to do our transaction if you have all the necessary tools." Anyway,
I've been here
he'll
the
kinda,
whole
like-
time transcribing.
Yes, of course. And he'll like take a couple of data chips out from his pocket and kind of like go, "May I?" gesturing towards your spell book, quote unquote.
Yeah, of course. And I will go ahead and, even though it's probably stupid, I will go ahead and transfer the 100 credits.
Fuck yeah. So after you give him 100 ciphers, he just tips his bottom hat and goes, "Thank you very much." And about an hour and 45 minutes later, depending on how long everybody else waits, they can hang around or fuck off and go somewhere else. It's up to them. But either way, in the meantime,
I'm gonna get some food.
of course, deduct 100 credits.
What?
And no, not you, not you.
Me.
I was like,
Arenicus.
God damn, nigga.
And
It's
you may
highway
add to your
robbery.
spell book the on-off cantrip, the encrypt first level spell, and the infallible relay spell.
Encrypt was first level, you said?
Yeah, so encrypt is first level, on-off is a cantrip, and then infallible relay is first level.
I'm sorry, I think I'm retarded. On-off is what level?
On-off
Cantrip.
is a cantrip.
On-off is a cantrip.
You're good.
And infallible relay is what?
First. They're all in the Google Doc.
Got it.
I'll just put them in the chat.
I ain't gonna lie. Vincent's tired as fuck. He would have left by now.
Are you?
He just realized how exhausted he was.
It is
Yeah,
getting
low-key.
late, I will say, especially
He
during this
realized.
spell transaction.
Yeah. He was like, "Wait, I don't have enough brain activity for this, and I am now in danger. Who knows
Of
what will
course.
happen in the next couple hours? I'm sleeping."
I
course.
will, despite being tired, wait around with the Renicus. Just because I'm a spellcaster, so I want to learn.
Yeah. And it's honestly kind of interesting to see them do it. It mostly, historically, you've seen your fair share of things, from like the exchanging of archaic scriptures and scrolls to the newfangled exchanging of data pads and hacking into databases to extract spells and reprogram them, almost like lines of code, as well as like saving them onto devices to exchange between people.
Well, Jordan, you know my spellbook is like slate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Came with.
I'm aware.
So is mine.
I'm just saying, this is nothing you haven't seen, but it's still interesting.
Yeah.
I guess because we're at technically a slightly higher level than you can. No, because that's first level spells. You can cast them.
Yeah. But with that, it's
That's it,
finally
that's-
over, and the man thanks you for your service after everything is all said and done, and just kind of begins to pack up his things and head out.
We exchanged some technobabble.
Of course, we exchange some technobabble. And
You
Nisa,
gotta
you may
extend
grab
the
some
quantum
takeout
thrust
on your
relay,
way
of
home.
course.
No, I
Hey, it's
can't.
quantum entanglement and whatnot. But with that, does everyone begin heading back to Dutch charging port?
Yes, please.
Yes.
It has been a long day of toppling figureheads and deciding the future of governments and cities in the world. But all of you
This is
get
true.
back, and the night seems relatively peaceful. It's roughly midnight at this point after everything in the night market, and you may all long rest and
Oh,
close
thank
out the
God.
chapter of a new day if you feel so inclined.
Oh, thank God. Long rest.
Question, Jordan.
Yeah, what's up?
Since I'm an artificer and I know multiple infusions, you said I can infuse, or I can have like 3 infusions active at a time, right?
Yeah, so at your current artificer level, you know 4 infusions and you can have 3 active. And at the end of a long rest, you can change which ones are active, or like do new ones or undo old ones.
Okay.
But you can never exceed your total of 3 active ones.
Can I have like the same infusion active multiple times, or
I'm not,
as long as it's 2 different items?
It probably says something about that somewhere.
I've been looking. I haven't seen it, but you're probably right. But
I'm gonna assume
as
no.
It's not the same item. I haven't seen anything. It's like an item can have 2 infusions on it, but
Okay.
I'm
just gonna say no.
No.
Although I'm just gonna read over it real quick.
Okay. Because if so,
Infusing an item.
sips. So wait, Liam, you're making you're making scrolls to like get a bargain? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he already did that.
Oh.
He just
They
allowed.
traded their Pokemon cards.
Yeah, they traded their spells. They traded their Blue Eyes White Dragon for Dark Magician.
Real.
So
All
cool.
artificers just have 3 infused items?
I feel like it
No.
should be more.
It,
like
it changed.
You get
You're
ore
level
as
5.
you-
It changes as you
yeah.
level up.
Yeah, I
It changes
know,
as
I
you level
know.
up.
I just didn't see anything that said I can only have 3 active at a time. Cause
So
like,
on the artificer table, there's infusions known as a column, and then right next to it is the column infused items, and that is the number of active infusions you can have at a time.
Okay, yeah,
You're
because
so
I was
right.
like,
Wait.
I can only have 2, I thought. Okay. So I was like, let me get a bag of holding then, shit.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
I
also-
don't
I assume
think
different
that
levels.
infusions can be repeated. I think it's just one of each.
That sounds right.
Hi, kitty.
fine.
I'm
Pissed. Pissed.
I will take that for now. Did you also, just question, did you make any infusions? Like, for
No,
your
I
little...
did not. Although I think if you wanted to homebrew something with me, I would be open to that.
Okay.
I might have
If you ever
forgotten
have
to
any
take
ideas
some
in the future.
infusions.
Oh boy.
I'm a
silly
girl.
What an actual silly little
In a
girl.
silly world.
Anyways, that'll be it.
That's all from
Alright.
me, folks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
is everybody turning in? Anything anybody else would like to do before you turn in? The classic Baldur's Gate 3 question.
Talk to your remaining campers.
Yeah, and anyone want to have companion dialogue before they go to sleep?
Alright, campers.
All right.
Ziggy is going to slink over to Ozzy's door
Oh my god, the curl
and
toe.
rattle at the door.
The door has already been bolt locked for the night. In anticipation.
Damn, that's crazy. You have to bar your fucking door every night before you go to bed. Or you might have
Yeah.
a Slender Man or a Shadow Man in your fucking corner watching you sleep.
I just like, as I'm like getting ready for bed, I just hear incessant door rattling.
And you hear a series of just scratching as I'm clearly writing something on the door.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Can
And
I
then
tell
I
what you're
slink
writing?
away. You have to open it.
That's the bait, that's the bait. He knows you're curious. That's the bait.
I am an inquisitive little fellow.
And then he's just on the ceiling looking down at you wide-eyed. You fell for it.
Alright.
Spooky.
Yuck.
It feels good to be full health and all my spell slots.
See ya opening the door or not?
Absolutely not. That is an activity that can wait for the morning.
That's probably for morning you. So with everybody heading to sleep and turning in for the night, everyone may long rest.
Yippee!
Another night of brief respite, of peace, of relief.
Are we on day 4 or day 5?
We're on
I'm
day
gonna
5 now, I
start-
believe.
I'm gonna start my early day getting up to that 4-hour meditation by just picking the glass out of my mouth from when I bit that
You
syringe.
chewed down the fucking vial.
Yeah, I'm just looking in the mirror with tweezers, picking
Yep.
glass out of my
It
mouth.
is just so fun and pleasant.
I'm so upset.
But you have some more good shit in your hands, so everything is well. And with that, all of you wake up. What is your next move?
Alright. Don't hate me, Jordan, but I have to do it.
Gesundheit.
Alright. I would like to cast a spell.
Of course.
To reach out to someone.
Mm-hmm. Are
Are
you casting Sending?
Yes, please.
Lovely. Honestly, I'm kind of excited that you have that spell now.
Dude, once you told me if I'm not on the same planet as them, I can't contact people, I was like, oh my god. I need to level up. I need to level up. And now that I've leveled up, I want to do it.
It's easier to do with magic than it is technology, interestingly.
Yes. So I can do it twice a day if I really need to. And for now, I want to hit my most trusted connection for information first. I am going to send to Fabian Bowie.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I have to make sure I keep track because I'm going to get overzealous and say too much.
I'm not too picky about it. If it's like 26 words, I'm not going to be like, but you know, keep the message relatively concise.
Okay. Hey, it's Vincent. I need information from Meridian. I will be contacting you in the next day after I find out how much you can give me. You can respond to this message.
After a brief second, you just kind of hear a, well, hello there. Vinny? Good to hear from you. I'll see if I can't, punch that in, of course. Best of luck with whatever you're doing. I'm sure you'll reach back out to me. And that's it.
Nope, perfect. I'm gonna give him a couple days. And, I will then use the early morning to see if anyone wants to do any morning trainings and exercises. And if anyone declines, you know,
Yeah, I'll
so.
go. But
whoa!
Before I go, Jordan, this reminded me there was something I wanted to ask Raymond Gunn one-on-one. Now that I have his contact info, I'm just going to text him. Hey, what information do you have on Rio and Hagane? Rio Hagane and Tora Hagane.
Tora?
Yeah. Nothing bad, just trying to get a read.
Go EV without changing a thing. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You don't get a text back quite yet, but that hasn't been long. You can head out with Vinny if you want, maybe get one later.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah, I totally forgot I wanted to ask that, but thank you
you're
for
good.
reminding me, Vinny.
But speaking of, make me a history check actually, Nisa.
Okay. We're good at those.
When you were hanging around Vincent after everything was said and done at the factory, as Mr. Gunn was knocked out, you and Vincent remember, Vincent especially, because he was the one directly talking to him, but you were also there. Rio seemed
despondent,
despondent, as if he had something on his mind. But you remember him telling you and Vincent something along the lines of, would you mind coming back here, around this spot, when you are feeling, better, recovered?
Okay. We can do that before we go to Sterling. Implying Rio doesn't want to fight us.
What? That was a long shot. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. The nigga's just moving different. But
He
I'll,
got to. Okay, fair.
When we're heading out, I'll remind Vinny. Oh yeah, remember Rio said he wants to reconvene with us today. Soon.
Yeah, once we started training, I was gonna finish up some communications and find out when would be best and where. I remember.
Just making sure you didn't forget.
What would I do without you?
Probably crash and burn.
Huh.
Damn.
Interesting. Interesting. Vincent will go to each of the doors and start offering training for anyone that is interested.
Ziggy's already up and at it. He's picked that glass from his mouth, and he's been doing pull-ups.
You still got energy for a training session?
Yes.
All right, cool. Meet us out front.
Into a grind
Walking on my hands, just like following you.
Good.
Why do you do
Ace
that, by
this?
the way?
How do I do what?
Why do you do that?
Because it's important to always use your body. Every part of it that you can. It keeps you focused.
Yeah, well, I hope you take that into account and start using your fucking brain. She just gives you a big grin.
I don't have a brain.
What?
I believe it.
I don't have a brain. Okay, Aces doesn't answer her door, so he moves on to Cassio.
Oh, well, were you knocking on Ace's door?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Yeah, Aces would absolutely open the door.
Hey, Aces, we're doing some early morning trainings before we start any of our adventures. Are you interested?
She definitely looks very ruffled, and like her eyes are kind of halfway shut. She's like, I guess is there
Get up,
coffee
girl.
downstairs?
It's not the best, but you seem to be okay chewing on it.
As long as it's hot, I don't care. I'll be down in a moment.
It's still
She very
voluntary.
sadly closes the
Aw.
door.
Oh, I almost want to tell her not to, but she needs to tighten up. Let's go.
Oh God!
Let's go.
Gotta get my crew in shape.
Gotta get them in shape. All right. I already kind of know the answer to this, but I'm gonna knock on my best friend's door.
What's
Ozzy!
scratched on the door, by the way?
Yeah.
True. What did you scratch
Ew.
on the door, Ziggy?
Ew, what is this?
It's in serial killer font, and it just says sorry.
Wait. What's serial killer's font? Because all I can think of is like torn up magazine letters to make a.
Remember, like murder in the mirror.
Yeah, like murder in the mirror, jagged scratches in the wood
Okay.
or
Written in the
fucking metal.
lipstick.
Yeah.
We can't say he doesn't have a heart or effort. You know, the guy, he feels. Anyways,
He cracks the door open, chains still on.
mushy mushy.
Are you okay?
wanna-
Did you sleep well?
Oh shit. He scared me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Good. You wanna join in on observing or participating in the training today?
He like looks you up and down, and then like closes the door, and you hear the unlocking of the chain, and then he opens the door again, and just nods and follows you.
Oh, big ass smile. Hell yeah, let's go. Knocks on Octavia door, but he just hears snoring, maybe?
That bitch is a heavy sleeper.
We
That is a
respect our
heavy sleeper.
hey, we respect our queen getting her sleep, alright?
Much needed beauty sleep.
Alright, and then Arenicus's door.
I guess he's also a heavy sleeper. AKA
I didn't know.
muted.
I didn't know he slept. Damn robot.
Damn it.
Or a man
What
with a
do you
mask.
mean by that?
Do you know the Meridian lore?
A little bit.
Do you
Hey,
know
hey,
Meridian
hey, hey,
Lore?
hey! Don't make us sound racist, man. That's crazy.
Okay.
Did have me a little sus there.
We will respectfully allow the robot to enjoy his rest or his own private time. And I will take everyone out into the same parking lot area. I already got Cassio. Didn't I?
Did you?
Pretty sure I got Cassio. Did I not knock on Cassio's door? Oh no, because Asus then called. Okay, okay. So I was gonna knock on it, but then Asus showed up. Cassio!
Yo.
What's up, homie? You want to come train?
He was pruning himself and noticing his hair growing in the mirror. And also tossing around this gun he got from Raymond the other day.
Puts his hands up. You know how to use that thing? You know how to use that thing?
I'll learn.
Do you want to learn?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! All right, well that we can add that to the repertoire. Come on, let's go.
Hey, we move.
I feel that is the official amount of people. We head to the parking lot.
Of course. What training exercise have you got in mind for them today?
All right,
Jordan, real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Before we head down, I'm going to text Rio, and I'm gonna say, heard anything about Raymond gun? Question mark.
Okay. You don't get a response from him yet.
Yeah, no worries. I'm setting the pieces in place.
Yeah, of course.
Hey Jordan,
Was good.
how long does it take to attune to an object?
So, I believe rules is written. It takes the course of a short rest, but if it's out of combat, I'll just kind of let you do it immediately. Even in combat, I'll probably just let you do it as an action.
What the 1DF?
Hell yeah.
That's what I rolled.
1BF?
I don't know. Cassio wrote it. I mean, put it out there.
What the fuck?
It was a pledge roll, I think. It was an accident.
I love
Okay.
how often you roll accidentally.
It's actually pretty awesome.
It's so cute.
He's just trying shit.
Speaking of trying shit, so Vincent has you guys all circled out in the parking lot, and he points to the sky and declares, today's training session is pirate cooperation. Team synergy, if you will. I've noticed a lot of you have some unique abilities and even more unique physical attributes that I want to take advantage of. And last night, it kind of dawned on me how much Daydreamer is evolving. And I feel the closer we get to each other, the more we can push that barrier of progression. So for my magic casters, I would like to try to hone in on amplifying your magics with Dreamcatcher. And for my physical combatants, I want to amplify your physical might with Daydreamer. And I had a few ideas with a couple of you, if you guys will give me the time. Scans the room, sees no one object. Okay, good. Ozzy.
He looks at you like
A few times, Daydreamer has phased through that aberrant mind of yours. And I've noticed that when he does, it almost seems like parts of his arcanic weave are like stuck to it. And I want to see what it looks like if I purposely incorporate Daydreamer to that aberrant mind of yours. Are you willing to try that out?
he like does like a deep sigh, and then like he breathes out and he looks at you. Does this mean that much to you?
Binding my soul and your mind together for one devastating form? Yes.
Bigger, deeper sigh as he closes the book and stands up to join.
Yes, the high energy bestie and the low energy bestie finally coming together. Perfect. Daydreamer, he'll snap his finger and Daydreamer will just kind of appear next to him. Go ahead, give it a shot.
Strikes a little pose.
You see the jellyfish mind manifest, like 30 feet away. Or like right next to us.
There you
I don't know
go.
how far.
make us work for it. Okay. Alright.
So
I don't know what
the
this...
you attempts to begin to kind of like command these extensions of your own cells to kind of like fuse into this momentarily binded being.
Now kiss.
Yes, please.
I would like both Vincent and Ozzy to make me checks using their proficiency bonus and spellcasting modifier. So the equivalent of like a spell attack roll.
Spell attack roll.
Wait, so
Okay.
how do I roll that?
So we just roll a d20 plus our modifiers?
Yeah, d20 plus proficiency plus charisma for you, Vincent, and intelligence for you, Ozzy.
Okay, so
Roll any magical attack that you have.
Yeah, or you could just like, since it'll be the same, just roll a check that you're proficient in of that stat.
yeah,
So like an Arcana and a Persuasion.
let's go.
I'm lost. You roll first.
I did.
He did. Are you
Oh,
proficient in
shit.
Arcana?
No.
Damn! Are you proficient in History?
No.
What fucking intelligence fit are you? Are you proficient in Data?
Yeah.
Are you?
Roll
Okay, roll
Data, because
data.
it'll just be the same number.
That's so funny.
Holy crap, that's hilarious.
So Ozzy feels, obviously maybe it's the tiredness, a little bit temporarily unfocused, but the invigorating words of Vincent kind of encourage these two beings to kind of jettison together as this psionic melding kind of begins to form. For just a split moment of striking power and awe, would either of you care to describe me what the fused form of Moon Age Daydreamer and your manifested mind look like?
Wait,
Hold
so I have like a GIF that I thought would like work perfectly for what it looks like, though a little extreme. It does kind of fit with
Of course.
with the thing. So I'm just gonna post our combo.
Yeah.
And then Lee, if you have an alternative image or thought to this, just let me know, okay?
Yeah, because you both have input on this.
Yeah, of course. So it's going to be almost like Dreamcatcher keeps his body, but instead of the netted Dreamcatcher face, it is the aberrant one-eye jellyfish, and then out of its like neck, the tendrils are coming out, and it's almost like this supercharged, arcanic version of Dreamcatcher, who would then be don the name Dream Crusher.
No notes.
I'm
For
spitting.
me, at least.
I'm spitting with you. However, I have an idea, a thought, a perchance.
You can't
Perchance
just
share.
say perchance.
Perchance share it?
What if we just make them a hot lady jellyfish?
If you find me picture / GIF of hot jellyfish, I'm with it.
I have an exact image or a character from a show that I think would be perfect. It's just such an unknown show. It's hard to find a picture of it.
Dude, no way. You made it
I'm
up. You made it up. You made it
No,
up.
I didn't, because I watched it with Jordan and City, so they know exactly what
And
show.
both of them are really good friends of yours who will lie on your behalf, so I don't trust you.
Real?
You know City wouldn't lie on my behalf. He would
I would
lie
never.
against me.
True.
Stevie would lie against her, and I just wouldn't lie.
Yeah, I know. It's
Then
the
proceed
Jordan
to
part that
gaslight her.
fucks it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd literally just be like, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's what I was going to do, in fact.
But nevertheless, this design of this resplendent, possibly, gender question mark, unconfirmed figure, made up of psionic tendrils and that one eye in place of the Dreamcatcher, kind of just springs from this fusion, and this surge of energy kind of spirals around it as they kind of flex and curve and almost like bend and sway to the wind. And you just like you feel like a true connection has been formed. Both of you, through your own powers and your own understanding of your abilities, have taken these psionic abilities that have to do with the mind, with the body, with the soul, with the extensions of yourselves, and at least for a short second, fused them into a sum greater than their parts.
Whoa. Vincent is just got the cheesiest, biggest smile on his face, and he's just reaching a fist out for a fist pump. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't leave me hanging.
I'm gonna make the spirit do it.
Dream Crusher pound. Let's go!
Hell yeah. And then it quickly kind of dissipates, and both of you like see the
Separate.
slight tendrils and like stardust trails of power kind of return to yourselves.
All right. Now that's just one example of one of the magic users. Now, Ziggy, my monks, Ziggy and Cassio, Daydreamer is a little slower than you guys, but genuinely seems to almost always react when you guys are rushing into battle. Cassio, do you have any interest of tag teaming with myself and trying out some moves?
Of course. Making a new step?
No. I think I have an idea. So he's gonna use the same mirror image he has done before to do the chase scene last training session, but this time he'll just make a few just further out to give Cassio enough space to run at them, and then the Daydreamer Prime will be kind of standing right next to her. I don't know. Just don't give me any heads up. Just go and attack them whenever you do, and then we'll see if Daydreamer can kind of synchronize with you.
Okay.
So Cassio, as you run up to one of these mirror images, I would just like you to make me an attack roll with advantage, an unarmed strike.
Attack roll.
And then give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he say 1 or
2 seconds, he'll be back. But, 2 seconds, 2 minutes.
unarmed strikes?
Oh,
Just roll
one.
Yeah, roll one.
But if the
You
first
have
one
to.
misses, you have a second. Yeah, if it
Yeah.
misses, you have a second.
You have to attack. Roll it down.
Free chat. Who's that girl with the gun? Oh, I know who it is. Never mind. It's Cassio, but a boy.
Yeah, this is in training in his room.
Yeah, hold up on me. I sent you what I'm picturing in my head right now.
All right.
Oh
Cassio, make me,
shit! What the fuck? Oh, okay,
Right?
but that part in the middle of her head, if that can be like the Dreamcatcher eye,
Absolutely.
dude. Okay, I'm totally into that. I can get rid of the GIF and just add one of these photos. Unless,
Wait,
is there
where
any
do you
GIFs
guys
of
put
this
it?
show?
There probably. It
What is
would
the
be
show
hard to
called?
Probably
find.
make one if you really feel so.
What is the
inclined.
show
It was
called?
Kiba. It was Kiba.
Kiba?
Oh, it's from
Wait,
Kiba?
where did you? Wait,
Yeah,
where
you
did you
remember?
put this?
You remember I was secret. I sent it to him privately.
Private messages.
Do you remember the girl, her like jellyfish spirit?
Are you talking about Roya?
Raya. Yeah.
Oh,
Roya.
nice. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
God,
Hold
Kiba was
on.
so peak. I'm sorry.
Hold on. How do you spell Kiba?
Kiba?
Kiba.
Show
I-
rocks, by the way.
It's so hard to look up, also because it just pulls up Kiba from Naruto.
From Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I've already found it.
Cassio, would you do me a favor and make me a second unarmed strike at advantage?
Would not mind at all. Hope it doesn't fail.
Don't you dare. Let's go!
All right.
And then immediately,
And then
Dreamcatcher will then tag in from her.
Ooh.
So, The
him.
rest of you watch as Cassio kind of begins to make this series of swings at this mirror image to kind of,
Yeah.
you know, a little bit of shadow boxing on this this non-physical figure. But where you see Cassio kind of throwing punches, it seems as if he has, like, almost as if he's like moving faster than he should be, as half of these punches become integrated with Moon Age Daydreamer, and just this series of multi-armed Gatlings that transcend human or void genasi speed just kind of begin firing and dissipating this mirror image as it just kind of becomes dust and cloud and smoke and vapor, as just fist upon fist fly through it, leaving after images.
Hell yeah, Cassio.
Slight stardust trail.
We're gonna make our opponents see stars, and he goes up for a high five.
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Damn it, Jordan.
Slaps that shit.
And wiping off the sweat from all the concentration from Daydreamer, he looks over at Ziggy. Come here.
He is like smiling ear to ear, gets right over there.
You want to give this one a try, or you think we need some time?
Let's give it a try.
He goes for like the brotherly warrior handshake, forearm to forearm.
He gives you a handshake and then like does a flip back.
Okay.
Does a big old jump.
Then when that happens, multiple copies of Daydreamer just pop out of him, and they have like almost like this black thunderstorm cloud look to them and coloring. And as they're like getting ready to wind up and swing, it's like this instinctual activation for you, like almost the same horror that calls within you to release it is being called from the outside this time.
And as that happens, usually the sort of tentacles jutting out of his face, or out of his face and ears and all of that, is a very like violent, sudden thing. But they sort of smooth their way out this time. And he seems more like not even in shock. He seems more locked in with them out.
The rest of you watch as opposed to these two previous displays of epic magical fusion and hyper athleticism, you just see Ziggy explode in this massive burst of writhing blackness, and you just hear, even from like a distance, just multiple screams, whispers, and what seems to be the sound of like biting or crunching, just kind of writhing around him as this blackness kind of expands around
It's like
him. Some kind of domain.
It's like you've shoved the evil out of his head, and it's just around him now instead of inside.
And I'd like to imagine that evil or that power is inside all the copies of Daydreamer that float around you as the arms of Hadar tendrils are actually just Daydreamer coated with your dark energy.
Yeah.
And they are all immediately consumed into blackness and left as nothing.
And I'm locked in fighting with my tentacles like we're one.
After a brief moment, that disappears, and you are left back to your old self, Ziggy.
And
I'm
go.
I'm addicted to that. I'm addicted to that one.
Well, the way that one made me feel.
And Vincent will fall to like one knee, feeling like, okay, extending his soul into 3 different people all at once,
practice,
back to
this has
back.
been a bit much.
Yeah, this was very heavy on the heart for Vincent, and he kind of puts an arm up. Okay. If anyone else has any other ideas for themselves amongst each other, go at it. I'm taking a pause. I gotta hit the sideline. And when he does, he'll just walk over to get some privacy for 2 things. One, he wants to text Rio and let him know that we're ready when he is. Where does he want to meet and when?
A little bit later, about like a minute or so, you get a text back saying, as soon as available, halfway towards Guns Industrial.
He'll put a thumbs emoji and just say drop pin when you're waiting.
He drops a pin.
He's gonna sit there all fucking day, Jesus Christ. Okay. Second, after a night's rest, realized how much he missed home, missed Fabian, but also left out some crucial information, the specifics. He will cast Sending to Fabian one more time for the day. And he will say, hey Fabian, sorry, in your head again. Specifically for the Meridian detail, we're looking for a ship called Line of Sight, and within it, Nisa's treasure, Roger Roger. I also hope you've been well. If you could let me know where you're at, that'd be sweet. I love you, and that'll be it.
You just kind of hear like a I'll see if my sources can't get to that, but I'm glad to hear that you're doing well as well. I'm over in Sizori right now, just kind of covering the ramifications of a couple of things that don't look too pretty, but I'm fine, I promise. But I'll have that information to you as fast as I can.
Could I have slipped in? I'll contact him in a day or two.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just to let him know that I'm the one initiating this. I'm the one that's gonna get back to him. Yeah. Okay, cool. You're the best. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Sorry, didn't they have all those issues over there from the other campaign? What? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thanks. Okay. And then that'll be it for Vincent. He's tapped out. He's tired. He's just gonna let his guys do their thing until they're done.
Of course. Well, you no longer have your director there encouraging any of you to practice, so do all of you just kind of get lazy and walk off? It's up to you.
I've just been watching the whole time.
Lisa. Okay. You know when you shoot and the bullet bounces?
Yeah.
I want you to have it bounce towards me.
Okay.
Like, and I'm going to put down, like, I don't know, shit, like, fucking trash cans, and stand at the end of them.
Like a soccer post?
Like, they're, like, positioned, like, zigzagged between each other.
Alright.
And I'm standing and I'm locked the fuck in.
Alright. We're gonna do the documentary shot.
And I'm gonna try and
deflect
spend a key
missiles.
point. Yeah, deflect missiles, catch
Yeah, roll
and
for deflect missiles.
throw that shit back.
Yeah, roll the number.
23, so it should deal an additional 12 per target?
Wait, what?
I'm doing hurl force disc.
Oh, you're doing hurl force disc?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
Wait,
gonna try and
what's dark matter shot?
Is that not? Oh, wait. Hurl force disc.
Your ricochet is what I'm wanting you to do to me.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, ignore that then. It's just 10. So 5.
Okay, so 10.
I don't know why I was thinking hurl force disc was on top of the shot.
No, that's
you're
crazy.
good.
Wait, that's...
You're getting there.
Let's get to the dice part.
D10 plus Dex plus monk level.
Yes. I think you straight up can't fail this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because you had like 4 and then 6. Yeah.
But you watch as I lock in and I sort of see the bullet and I you watch as I catch it in between my teeth and I spit it back.
So as you hurl this force disc, Kianzan Destructo disc, Nisa, it kind of like makes a chainsaw noise. It kind of bounces and ricochets, cutting like part of the trash cans on the side of the road. And then Ziggy, you just kind of catch it in your teeth, and using the ever so quick speed of making sure that it doesn't like cut your tongue or your gums, you just kind of wheel your head around and whip your neck, and just throw it back to the trash cans, and it bounces off both of them and back to Nisa, dissipating just before it gets to her, so it doesn't cut her.
That fucking metal.
And then the two trash cans, their top halves just fall off, and garbage falls out. They're both completely bisected.
Wait, so Jordan, functionally, how would this work?
With specifically hurl force disc.
Yeah.
So if you do hurl force disc and hit the targets, you can hit any number of targets, including Ziggy, as long as he is the last one. And then if Ziggy succeeds on his deflect missile roll and rolls high enough to actually bounce the target back, he can hit it back to each of those targets that you hit. So basically, everyone that you hit with hurl force disc gets a second impact.
Okay.
So hypothetically, with those two trash cans, you did a 10 and then a 5 to the second one. And so because they each took a double impact, they would take another 5 each.
Double impact. Double impact mentioned.
Yes.
But this gets scary if I upcast it.
True. And
Hey,
he's able
whoa.
to reflect it.
Yes,
Whoa,
I'm able
baby.
to reflect it.
Well, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
willing to
His
take that
his
risk.
deflect missiles does its scales with them.
Okay, because I was like, yeah, I don't want to fucking, like, have this shit hit, like, a
Murder
20
him.
something. And then,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, he takes damage, like, whoops.
Plus, since he's the last target, he only has to beat the half amount.
Okay.
Because the full damage is only done to the first target you hit, which wouldn't be Ziggy, because he has to be the last.
True. Okay.
But another combo move successfully pulled off for the first time.
Let's go!
Experimental phase going great so far.
Can you imagine if, in the worst scenario ever, Ziggy just loses his head because he tried to catch it with his fucking
Ziggy's
teeth?
a fucking adrenaline junkie, bro. He'd be like, well, that's how it happened.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, it didn't really feel comfortable to do that. You just kind of had to do it real quick. Just grab it in your teeth for just a split second and then whip it back.
He really is.
But you
Just
got it.
Ziggy loves almost dying.
But with that, another successful combo pulled off. Vinny, how you feeling? You can turn around and just proudly watch these two pull off a new combo move if you so feel.
Oh yeah, no. Like after he did all his calls and stuff, he's just been sitting on his butt next to Ozzy watching them.
Hell yeah.
You're just watching Ziggy do a thing where you notice that pretty much if it's done wrong in any way, he would have probably just died.
There's fear, but it literally melts into pride because it's like, look, he's a sociopath, he's psychotic, but
Like
those
watching
two
somebody
together-
free solo.
yeah, it's just like, dude, actually though, it's too impressive to be like mad at. Like this is so cool.
W. So,
And then,
is practice over for the day? Does this meet your satisfactory conditions?
It does, and he makes sure to thank everyone for participating today, and then letting them know Ryu is ready for us if we're ready to go meet him near Guns Industrial.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. So you guys head out as a unit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Once again, going towards the outskirts of town, heading past the revolving switchyard, the night market that's currently closed down, and most of the tents are taken down. The fairy lights are off. And a couple more houses. You
Jordan,
get
did I
to
get
the
any
outer
text back?
city. What'd you say?
Did I get any text back?
No, you didn't.
Interesting.
That's right.
Wanna fuck those guys. One of
Once
those
you officially step foot outside of town and kind of start walking into the expanse, into no man's land, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes before on the horizon, you just see, standing there as usual, rather stoic and dramatic, you see the billowing cyberware jacket and pants, the tied up ponytail kind of wisping and flapping in the wind of Ryo Hagane, standing on a rock about 5 or 6 feet off the ground, kind of like almost conveniently shaped like a pillar, with just a hand resting on the sword at his hip. And you see what look to be 4 operatives just kind of to his left and right, just kind of hanging out, sitting around, all wearing like dark blue hoods, a couple of which seem to be wielding something along the lines of like claws on their hands that are made of metal apparatuses, but the rest just have simple blades.
Definitely not odd.
I don't think so either. Seems normal to me.
As you close in, kind of looking off into the distance, you notice Ryo's eyes are transfixed on the stadium to the northwest, very, very, very far off in the distance that you guys had noticed and marked on your way to the stargazing grounds. And as he kind of keeps his eyes transfixed on it, as you get within talking distance, if you do, of course, without looking back at you, he just says, "You know, I was told to get my shit together by Torah. And as much as this is going to not sound like I am, it is what it is to me." And he kind of turns around and hops off of the pillar just onto the ground and takes a couple of steps towards you two, Nisa and Vincent, and says, "When I was a child, I was born into a dynasty where I was meant to be a shogun, a general, serving under a great emperor. But calamity befell our lands, and my birthright was yanked from under the yoke of my childhood. I had trained to be a proud warrior in the arts of ninjutsu and wizardry. He kind of looks at his hand.
On the blade?
And then just... What?
Which hand? The one on the blade?
It was the one on the blade, but he kind of picks it up and looks at the palm, and then he just takes off his glove to reveal a cybernetic hand, and just goes,
"Oh.
I could do nothing about it. I can make the excuse that I was too young, but that calamity was conveniently solved by an outside force as quickly as it came. And I was just there to spectate as both I and the people of the world failed to be able to do anything about it. Approximately 1 year ago, I became completely fed up with the failures of my leaders, of my emperor. I spent my entire life believing that I was eventually going to claim my birthright as a general, as a leader, as a head of a proud family and estate. But that family was never given recognition. My claim to rule was never made true. It was bogged down by people trying to, and he uses like his cybernetic hand to do air quotes, move forward into a new age. Unfortunately, amongst all the things they wanted to leave behind, that they should have, I was included, and so was my family. Since then, Torah and I have lived as Ronin, operatives with no master but our own. I would incessantly whine and complain to Torah about how I deserved to rule, about how I wanted to claim my birthright in some way, shape, or form. But apparently, and he looks at you, Vincent, I have just always had too much of a burden on my hands, a desire to help others, to serve. Even when I killed the Emperor with my own 2 hands. Well, no, I can't say that. I am lying. Even then it wasn't me. I helped someone else do it. And he says this with a very dejected and defeated face. Once again, somebody else claimed the glory. I do not hold any ill will against all of you, as we had a common goal. But unfortunately, where in most cases a common goal causes people to work together, now ours must tear us apart. I do not wish to kill you. However, when Tora left to go to Lodestar, she said I needed to get my shit together and to figure out what I want. And what I want is to rule.
I'm gonna put my hand on Vinny's chest and sort of push him back.
He accepts.
So let's do it then. You, me, right here, right now. Meridian on about. Look, I like you, Rio. Come on.
Meridian on about.
And I just slam my sword into the ground, take off my shoes.
Jesus Christ. You gotta explain it to him first. He might not be.
Jordan already knows what the Meridian.
No, I know what it is.
Jordan! Rio! Rio!
Yeah. Put your blade in the ground.
Ziggy is gonna ask you, what is this?
Put your blade in the ground. Stand against it. You'll put your forehead to mine. And we're gonna take turns punching each other one by one until one of us falls unconscious.
Punching. I see.
One of Meridian's oldest rituals of combat.
May I make an educated guess? By punching each other, you mean no backhanded weapons, no hidden arts up our sleeves. Probably not even any magic, knowing someone as hard-headed as yourself.
Well, I was gonna use my little shield, but it's fine.
Game is game. Just set me the terms and I will comply.
Nah. Just hands this time, mate.
Nisa,
Ziggy
real
has
quick.
his hand raised the whole time.
Yeah, wait. Just real quick before you start the honor bout, which I respect, and you guys are gonna do your thing. Nisa, why are you challenging him? I think he was just mid-sentence of why he's separating from us. Do you want to hear him out first?
I mean, yeah,
No,
we can.
She is right. I was going to challenge you.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on, but can we at least understand why? Because Ryu, everything
He
you
wants
said
to
is
get
right.
his pride back.
Yes. But like, you have to understand, we're not the people who wronged you the last time and stole your glory. We don't want any of this. We just wanted to make a name for ourselves. Yes, you're his rival. I see you, Ziggy. Listen. The rest of us
Vinny.
are just making a name for ourselves. We don't
Vinny.
have to burn this bridge. What? Yes?
Vinny,
What's wrong?
he wants to earn it. I want to help this man see his dreams. You know, not to go into pedantic bullshit, but I've got a little bit of a what's the word you used? Birthright rain on my shoulders. But I'll tell you what Tora told you. Stop being a fucking pussy. That shit doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you lose, if you win. All that matters is if you live a life you're proud of. So, if this will help you get that shit on with, let's do it.
Let me do it.
Ziggy?
He's begging.
I'm like foaming at the mouth.
Rio?
Kind of.
Rio.
It is still within the Meridian honor bout.
You owe me.
Are you okay with this, Rio?
If it is your choice, then I'm fine with it.
Well, I'm more inclined to let fate decide. So, Ziggy, and I'm gonna turn around with a closed fist. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Roll these, buddy.
rollies.
Okay, can I use my super perception? Can I use my
no.
super perception?
It's a
to
rollies,
reach-
nigga.
I will say you cannot cheat at rock paper scissors with perception unless you have future sight.
I don't know, man.
okay.
His observation
raw-
hockey is pretty.
It is pretty
Man, I
high.
don't
Observation
know.
hockey is pretty high. If anybody was gonna have view sight,
Yeah, it's Zicky soon.
Ziggy
what if
Stardust,
I
roll me
throw
D20.
in? Oh, okay.
Sorry, buddy.
We just gotta leave it up to fate.
Fate said, "Nar."
Nar. Nar. Well, we didn't
Sorry, man.
decide if it's the highest,
I
right?
think we know what
That
it
was
is.
me
We know.
activating my future sight.
He will not succeed.
Ziggy, you lose the rock paper scissors match.
Next time,
Channeling
mate.
my oracle.
That
Rio,
won't be next time.
This isn't to the death, by the way, buddy.
It is
Just
not.
until
I am
someone
aware.
submits. All right.
You're gonna watch as Rio kind of walks off to his side and kicks off his like sandals that he's wearing, and then he's just going to take the kimono that he's wearing and he's gonna kind of unravel it and let it hang around his waist as he just is shirtless now, and you see this cybernetic arm that makes up his left all the way up to the shoulder, and he's just gonna reach his right arm to it at the shoulder and just kind of begin to unlock and unhinge it. And he's going to
fuck.
place it on the ground.
Oh,
And
fuck.
what you're gonna watch is one of the operatives behind him goes, Rio, what are you doing? And Rio just kind of turns and looks at him and goes, I have used my entire life claiming my birthright as an excuse. I will fight only with what I was born with. As he drives his sword into the ground, you hear an ever so faint roar of a dragon from the sword.
Yo!
what the?
And he just walks up to you, Nisa, and just stretches out his arm, his singular arm.
I'm just gonna unbutton my jacket, take it off, and rest it on the handle of my blade. Put my foot, my bare heel, up against the edge of the blade, and stance up.
So just for clarity, you two are about to start punching the shit out of each other, right?
Yes.
Let me get his character sheet up.
Vincent will walk past Nisa and put his arm on her shoulder. You got this, princess. Knock him dead.
She's just gonna...
And let me
She
write
fixes
it
her
on.
lips to say something, and she catches herself, and she just shoots you a glance and nods.
He's growing up so fast.
If he wins.
She's growing up so fast. Look, man, low key, I don't even, other than his honor and pride, I don't even know what he's fighting for, and Nisa's just pushing for him to have it. Low key, I don't think any of us know, but Nisa's giving him a chance. Is this what you need? Is this what you want? Let's go. Fight for it then. I mean, low key, we don't know yet. We'll find out. Okay, now all of you are my pirates, and you're under my crew. Like, who knows what's gonna happen? But the captain has made their choice.
All right. I wrote the unarmed strike stat. I'm ready to spam the shit out of it.
Okay, unarmed strike is just a d20 plus dex,
Plus
right?
Strength or
Plus
dex,
strength.
depending on your class.
Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Plus strength?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only plus strength?
Only
Yeah,
plus
bro.
strength unless you're a monk.
Yeah, little
Damn.
girl. What you
Although
think?
to be fair, the minimum is
Fuck.
1, so it's not like you can deal negative damage.
Yeah, the minimum
Okay,
is 1.
because I have a -3 to strength.
Understandable. At least you,
So-
add your proficiency bonus to that.
Yeah, so it's a 1d4,
Yeah,
right?
No, it's just a 1.
It's just a 1.
It's just 1?
It is just 1.
Okay, cool. Okay. Cool.
Unless you roll a crit, then it's 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Initiative?
Yeah, initiative. You go first. Let me mark down Rio's HP.
Okay.
Roll me a unarmed strike.
Gonna
D20
just
plus proficiency plus strength.
take a deep breath, blow out my nose, and... Oof. Big
Rio just cocks his head to the side and the first one. And he is going to make an unarmed strike of his own. Does a 12 hit.
Ooh, no sir. I think my AC is 14 because I have the thing, the nano weave.
True.
Lee, look
So I
at
just
your
kinda-
Discord.
I lean back,
Whoa.
just
I have
like
a message.
just out of space.
Are you able to watch two fucking nerds slap each other?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna watch
yes.
two nerds slap each other.
Yes, bro.
A 17 hits. You
As I
land
just-
first blood.
Crash into his chin.
He just grits his teeth against it and goes back to you. And that's going to be a 9, another miss.
Okay. Run it
Wait,
again.
is his strength also low?
Yep. He's a fucking wizard.
Yeah,
Fucking-
the two wizards, two nerds slapping
He just
each other.
weaves
Spot on.
past that one and delivers a 20.
Hits.
I couldn't.
Take 1 bludgeoning damage as he just kind of clocks you in the shoulder and you feel it begin to bruise.
Okay. 14.
A 14 hits. He takes another one.
Right into the sternum.
You feel a little bit of wind eject from his body, and he rolls an 8. Just a little too dazed from that last one to truly put his back into this one.
Come on, Cotton.
I got another one. Oh, no, I don't.
Knock him
He
to his
dodges
mother,
that
feels
one,
it.
getting ready for the strike in the same place, and delivers a 14.
Hits.
You take another 1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
This might be a
Send it
while,
back.
guys.
Yeah, right.
This might be
Dodge.
a while.
24.
I could have
Hits.
pummeled this nerd in the ground.
I
Take
know,
another
I
1
know.
bludgeoning damage.
Fate didn't want you to,
Miss.
bro. Fate didn't want you to.
Misses. 12. Miss.
Miss. Damn. 13.
13 misses.
Fuck.
19. You take another 1.
Yeah.
Wait, how much health do you have, Nisa? Cause
I have 27 total. I'm down to 23 right now.
oh my
21,
God.
you and he just takes it across the face and spits a little bit, and then he rears back up with a 24. You just catch one in the jaw.
We're sending him
Also-
back. God damn it.
By the way,
15
guys,
misses.
Nisa offered to do this fight with me in the tournament, and I was not about to sit there and just kick boots with her. No
You
fucking
said
way.
nope.
No, run this fucking fade, kid.
I've been waiting to run a fucking honor bout.
Hell
Oh,
no.
God.
Hell no.
15.
Hits.
He just
And
punches
this-
you in the shoulder again.
Yeah, I lean back a little bit and my heel just digs more into the edge of the blade. Starts bleeding a little.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
You just
And I hit
clock
with a
him
clean
up the
uppercut.
chin, and he just like kind of flies back and leans, and he like has to swing his arm forward to stop the momentum of him just toppling over his sword, and he lands a 19. And as he swings his fist back down to gain that momentum to stand his feet again, he just kind of clocks you over the top of the head like Gart punching Luffy.
Deep breath and another one.
Another one.
13 misses.
Okay.
Also a 13, which I believe misses. The two of your fists just kind of like clash into each other, and you rear back. Your turn. 22 hits him. He coughs a little bit, and he gives you a 19.
Oof. I love this music too. Oh wait,
Yeah,
I'm listening
yeah.
to something different. I think I'm in this Westworld shit. I don't know.
No, we're listening to that too,
I've reached my
brother.
playback limit.
Yeah, that's where we're all at.
And 11 misses, but he'll deliver a 21 as he just cracks you over the jaw again.
Wait, Lee, change the music to one of the songs in the list. Yes, because you always become it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know it happens to you every time. I know, but you have to accept your
16?
fate.
A
Pick a
16
Yeah,
song.
we're going
hits, and he
back
takes
to
another clean
a
one.
golden hour.
Yeah.
17.
God
He just
damn it.
punches you in your chest again.
I could literally listen to this for days.
Why
5.
do you think I had it queued up and ready?
I love it.
A 20.
It's in my Aussie playlist.
God, he's so cool.
How much HP are you at right now?
I'm at 16.
Understandable. He's not looking so hot himself.
But 20 hits, right?
You hit, yeah, 20 absolutely hits him. And he retaliates with a natural 1. He just feels a bit too dazed from that last one. He kind of like topples over a bit, but holds his ground and keeps his heel back at his sword.
I'm
You may
gonna
strike.
follow it up with a juicer. Yes, sir.
He like coughs up a little bit at that one and just not bad. He rolls an 11, another miss.
Lock
Get
in.
his ass.
Get your shit together, Rio.
Your voice
Tell
crackling
him
just
to
there was
grit
kind
his
of
teeth.
cool.
And he rolls a 17 and just clocks you in the face.
I'm just gonna smile.
another
It's
one.
like my cheek begins swelling. Oh no!
Ziggy is like behind Nisa
13
doing the
misses.
perfect boxer version of every move he's doing.
I hate this.
He rolls another 17 for 1 bludgeoning as he just clocks you again over the
Okay.
side of the head.
14.
14 hits. But he rolls a 13 just missing, I believe.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. 20.
And
Rio
a 20 hits. And he rolls a natural 20 to retaliate.
Jordan.
As you roll good from that
I
last
was
punch, but
waiting
he
on
just
this.
spins back.
Jordan.
Just, what's up?
Rio feels something happen. I'm gonna take 2 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
as Vincent would be the only one to tell what happened. I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs, and my right eye, a blood vessel just pops in it, and my nose bleeds a little bit.
Oh no.
Interesting.
This
Oh,
is
no.
my first time in the campaign casting a spell without knowledge.
Princess.
Nice.
No.
But so you eat the 2 damage.
Yes, I'm gonna take 2. I'm inflicting 2 damage on myself to cast it without knowledge. Because
Okay.
it's double the spell's
Whoa.
cost.
Yes, it is.
And my eyes narrow.
You took
give
2
my-
damage to prevent
Oh wait,
2
wait.
damage?
Yeah. Well, he still has to roll a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, this
reroll.
And
fall.
she gets advantage too.
Yes.
So it all pays out. It
Yes,
all pays
yes.
So
out.
he
fishing
rolled
for
a
advantage.
15 on the reroll. So instead of the critical, you just take
Yeah.
one
So I'm
Nice.
fishing
on
for a
on
crit.
top of the 2 that you took.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
So now roll it on a strike with advantage.
Oh no.
That's
Oh.
even though you did away with a crit, you're just rolling too much from the last one.
Yes.
And he rolls another natural 20.
Whoa.
So you take 2 more bludgeoning damage as he just kind of like does a back strike and just kind of faints and then just clocks you straight in the jaw and gives you an uppercut.
Oh my god.
My
Holy
nose
shit.
starts gushing. I'm down to 9.
Your turn.
Brother.
A 21 hits him and he strikes back with a 10. Still a little dazed from that last one. A 13 misses, but so does a 9. Your turn. An 18 hits him, and he's starting to. You like watch as his like eyes haze a bit and his cloud like vision clouds a bit, but he locks back in and delivers a 19 for another 1 bludgeoning.
Okay. I'm down to 8.
He is not looking good either. He rolls a 17 for 1 more bludgeoning.
Down to 7.
You miss,
You
and
got
he
this.
lands another natural 20.
Dude!
As
Kill
you
that
take
bitch!
2 bludgeoning damage. Your
Oh
vision
my
begins to cloud.
Jordan,
You are
reroll that
slowly
one.
losing consciousness. Reroll it. All right, I'll
Yeah.
reroll it.
Oh
doing
my
another one
god.
As a second blood vessel just bursts my eye and my nose is leaking. Like it's a steady drip.
You take that damage from trying to cast without knowledge, but the hit misses.
Ooh.
And he just watches as his fist slides past you, but your nose bleeds a bit anyway.
And I just leave.
A 15 hits. And he retaliates with an 11 that misses.
Oh my
Nat 20
god!
incoming. Oh no.
Ooh.
A 7 misses, and he hits a 23.
God damn.
Okay.
As he just kind of coughs up a little bit, and just like takes his one arm after he like looks like he's about to wipe a little bit from his mouth, but then just stops and goes back for a punch as it's your turn.
Attaboy, grit it.
I got 4 health left. Let's get it.
Ooh.
A 10 misses, but
Oh
so
my
does a 9.
god!
It's your
W.
turn.
Come on.
Oh no.
Oh, don't match his energy.
A 9
Exceed it.
misses, but so does a 12. The rest of you watches the two of them are kind of like they're very clearly running out of steam.
Test.
Rio's eyes are like half shut as he takes another instance of 1 damage, and he rolls
Shit.
a 7. It's your turn.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
He rolls a 22 and clocks you across the cheek for
Dink.
1 more damage.
I'm down
Okay,
to
you
3.
can only. Okay, come on. You literally can't cast spells anymore. You're just gonna kill yourself.
A 6 misses, but so does an 8. Again,
Oh
still very
my
clearly running out of
God.
steam.
Come on. 14
Nisa.
hits.
How do you want to do this?
Oh shit.
Oh my god!
As he swings and misses, close my eyes, breathe in, cock my fist back, and just like deliver the smoothest straight into his stomach. And as he falls over, I want to like lean and try and catch him.
He just falls straight forward as he kind of just clutches it with his arm. And he watches as he begins to fall forward and his heel leaves the blade of his katana. You watch as he like rears his fist back to his shoulder for another punch. And he attempts to throw it at you even as he's losing consciousness, but it just goes limp and his arm falls over your shoulder.
Vinny, can you help me? I turn to you and I am like gushing blood.
Like this proud
my
father
face is
figure
just
smile.
beat to shit.
This smile that is just painted across his face turns immediately into a scolding, "What the fuck were you doing?" And he'll just reach over and hold Ryu up and kind of wave for his men to come over. And as he's holding him, I will cast Crazy Diamond Rejuvenation.
Yeah, his operatives, like his masked hooded figures, immediately just kind of run over, and one of them like takes out a bit of gauze and like a little bit of makeshift, like almost like a tiny little medical kit, just a teensy tiny one, and begins kind of like gauzing both of them up, kind of like helping you out with equal opportunity.
Oh,
And then sadly enough,
that's
I'm
so-
really drained, but I did at least heal her by 10.
And
hell yeah.
No, you healed 18.
Ryu. He was the first person I healed. Because
Oh.
when I grabbed him off of you, I just used that as the time to heal. And then I made sure Daydreamer went over to heal you, but I'm like running on fumes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Rio heals by an
Ziggy
additional
is-
5, and Nisa you heal by an additional 7, as one of the operatives kind of takes out this healer kit and applies like some salve, some gauze, some ointment.
Based.
Thanks.
Arigato. Damn. I'm sure that looked really funny to everybody else.
Nisa, you have the qualities of a queen.
Yeah, more than you know, but thanks. I'm gonna give you a big smile and then I'm gonna turn to Rio. There's no shame in losing, by the way, mate.
I'm aware. I know that I sounded like a bit of a sore loser. But if I'm being honest, I really only did that for myself, which is how I want it to be. But win or lose, I accept the outcome. If I had died during the fight with Mr. Gunn, I would have known that it wasn't meant to be. But that wasn't what happened. Nor was it what happened on Sizori. So I guess for both times, I just wanted a chance to make it up to myself.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Even if it was just with my face.
That's fine. I am sure the Pulse District is in good hands. I will look for other lands to conquer. As I'm
Oi,
sure
mate.
you will be too.
Wait a second, Rio.
You can
What?
totally run for mayor. Yeah, maybe if you'd fucking text me back, instead of being all vague and mysterious, you'd know. You know?
Unfortunately, you asked about a rather sensitive topic.
Well, we have it on good authority that the Pulse District should be open for a diplomatic election pretty soon.
He kind of cocks an eyebrow, a rather swollen one at that, and goes, "And I imagine you had to do with this."
Mayhaps, may not.
Well, that was not what I had in mind, but you were the one who won both fights, so you are the one who decides.
Well,
Not that
Maybe
there's
not.
anything wrong with that. Mine was a much more selfish approach.
well, nothing wrong with being selfish sometimes. But I think winning the love of the people might be far more honorable than a silly fucking birthright. Just between us.
Very well. I will take your bait. If I win the election, I win the election. But if I don't expect me to just stick around and watch other people rule what I once vied for.
We got 4 other districts.
Exactly.
If you can beat us to the punch. She gives him a big smile.
Well, unfortunately, I may have a bit of a head start. Like I
Not
said,
me.
Tora already left. I haven't been in touch with her for a few days. But it's
Check
not
on
like
your
we
sister, mate.
cut ties. It was her choice.
Hey.
He was the one who told me to get my shit together before I found her again. That's
Yeah,
why
but
I
you
stayed
should at
behind.
least make sure she's okay, you fucking blockhead. What's wrong
Oh,
with you?
trust me, she'll be fine. I think she's going to go kill somebody for stealing her sword.
Oh no! Oh no!
But
Hate
that
to
is
be
neither
that
here
poor
nor
sap.
there. What'd you say?
Said I'd hate to be that poor sap.
That's what I'm saying.
Vincent's gonna walk up to Rio and just extend a hand for a shake and just say, well, hey, if you do run for it, you got my vote, man.
I appreciate it.
You might have mine
I'll be
too.
sure to see about that.
Yeah, Rio, trust me. Birthrights don't mean shit. You'll make a great mayor.
How many of you actually have birthrights, or are you just talking out of your ass?
I have a
prefer not to
birthright.
Talk about it.
Well, I am not one to pry. I say this only in fairness because even though I just spilled my entire sub-story to you, I'm not really interested in anything in return. I guess
Good,
I only
'cause-
said all of that to justify my actions.
No worries,
Thank you
it
for
wasn't gonna
hearing
happen
out
anyway.
this. You are
Hey, if you want to get a drink later, I'm totally open with
Yeah.
talking about my life story all day long over a drink.
absolutely.
Hey, with
To
moderation.
the drink, at least.
And I shoot Vinny like a big glare.
Diabolical
Moderation.
smile. Yeah, moderation.
Well, anyway, let's get the hell out of here. And he'll look at his other two kind of like other 4 operatives that were behind him the whole time that were kind of tending to you guys and go, I will see all of you later. Thank you for coming out here with me to honor a sad man's request. And the 4 of them kind of just like glance and look at each other and then just walk off and pat him on the shoulder. One of them kind of like walks over to grab his cybernetic arm on the ground and hands it to Rio and goes, thank you, I've got it. And he just kind of begins hinging it back onto himself and it attaches.
Oi,
And he just
Rio.
kind of like stretches. What's up?
I had a bit of good advice one time.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna stand forward and tuck my hands behind my back and clasp them. Visualize the man you want to be in the mirror. And I hit the meme.
Right.
That is an interesting concept. I'll be sure to think about it. And he'll walk over to his sword that's in the ground, kind of like spin it, and then he'll take the sheath and kind of like hold it behind himself and take the sword and like kind of plunge it into the sheath with both arms behind his back, and then sling it back to his hip. Drinks it is. Besides,
He's so cool.
I don't mind staying in Pulse a bit longer if it truly is going to become a democracy. I have to see how that goes. And with that, he begins heading back towards the outskirts.
What an interesting guy. Well, I didn't expect that to be the reasoning we're coming together, but I'm glad it turned out how it did. Well, shit.
Hell yeah. So do all of you head back to the Pulse District with him?
Yeah, we ain't got no reason hanging out here.
Hell yeah. Nothing left out here anyway except for a half-burnt factory.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys head back in, you guys, Rio, the operatives, all kind of cutting up and exchanging small talk and conversation. You see off in the distance towards the inner city, once again, that familiar slight sheen of a couple of screens that pop up on different skyscraper buildings and a couple of hologram projections that kind of like protrude from the tips of certain skyscrapers and buildings, as well as on billboards that depict what seemed to be a mid-conversation Mr. Gunn. And you guys can kind of walk closer to like the inner parts of the city to kind of begin to hear it out if you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like to
Let's
tap
check this
in
out.
and give it a listen.
Of course.
Let's hear it.
As you catch him mid-conversation, you kind of hear him saying something along the lines of, "And I'm sure that for many of you that this will be a rather jarring decision, but I assure you it is one that is for the best of the people in the district. I have realized over the past few days that I have made many errors in my judiciary decisions. Therefore, I am rescinding a couple of choices I have made. The first being the visas and the gatekeeping between the inner and outer city. However, the security detail will remain in matter, but I will also not rescind the bounties that I have previously rescinded. They will stay kaput for the time being, so to any of you bounty hunters out there that were hoping to make a quick buck off of someone's demise, sorry, that'll have to wait. Until that is," and he kind of like scratches his chin, "we figure out the new management." Yes, I know. He says to like, obviously you can't tell if anyone actually reacted to that from here, but he goes, yes, I know, stay calm. However, I am stepping down from my current place as overseer and opening up a democratic vote. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, those of you in the inner and outer cities will designate electorates, candidates, based off of a popularity vote. And approximately, and he kind of like, as if he's thinking of it on the fly, 12 days from now, we will pull together these most popular electorates and candidates and have them be the running mates. I will limit it to, let's say, 4 people. So pick your very best that you want to run the future of your economy and your lands. And in the meantime, stay well and continue to, as he clasps his hands together and kind of like wiggles his shoulder and waist, make money! And he goes off.
Oh man, we're gonna domesticate fucking Raymond. Let's go. I love
And
this.
the stirring and the talking begins immediately as you hear in both the inner and the outer cities people kind of around muttering like, what just happened? The fuck? Yay, no more visas! Tee-hee!
Well, glad to see when a dog knows he's being fed. I'm just gonna give a big smile.
Rio just kind of looks and says, what did you do?
That thing, baby.
Same thing I did with you. Showed him a better way.
You challenged him to an honor bout?
Oh, I just showed him a better way. We all did.
Right. Well, I can't say I'm not impressed. But I think after seeing that, I definitely need that drink then, Vincent promised me.
Fuck it. Drinks on me.
Excellent. I will be sure to limit myself to only 12. And he'll just kind of walk off in a direction to the nearest tavern.
Oh!
No,
And with that, I
motherfucking Willet's
think
gonna
we will
regret
end
it.
session there.
Yeah! Make that note real quick. Banger, 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 banger.
Hell yeah. I hope everybody had fun.
Per usual.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm getting sleepy.
Oh, they're sleepy, baby.
Yeah, I noticed
Two
like half the
fucking
party went
wizards just-
non-verbal, so I'm like, I'm just gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Well,
Two
Nikki's
fucking wizards
been
punching
asleep
the shit out
forever.
of each other.
You said what?
I said just two fucking wizards punching the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I really liked that because I didn't know. I kind of forgot that you didn't know Ryo's like class or abilities or anything, and I was like, it's gonna be real funny when they find out that he's also just a wizard.
No,
Well,
it
what
is
you
real
said,
funny.
man.
That's why I had to
this whole
clarify.
ti-
Was like
I
I
thought
had
he was
Ryo ask
Bro,
like, is it gonna be
Same.
no
I had a
magic? Is
rivalry
it
in
gonna...
him, thinking that
So-
he was like an equal to me in physical attributes.
So Ryo is a shinobi wizard.
I knew it.
This whole time he's a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's a dex and intelligence character with a
That's
katana.
so.
See,
I
when you
love
said
that.
studying ninjutsu and magic, I was like, is this nigga a fucking shinobi wizard?
Yep, he's a shinobi wizard.
W.
Bro.
It's so based. It's so based.
Dude, every time I've been seeing Rito, I've been like doing push-ups to prove that I'm stronger than him. Turns out
Ryo's
I'm
not
definitely
weak.
stronger than him.
He just doesn't punch people. He's been trained
Exactly.
since, like he said, trained since his very birth in all kinds of
The
different arts.
arts.
Just not delivering a good slugger. Although
I mean-
apparently he's actually better than I thought because he rolled like 4 natural 20s.
Yeah, that guy was critting.
Either.
That was a crazy fight.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
all. That was
Wet
so
noodle fight.
good.
Yeah, with
it
that,
worked out, though.
I say that Nisa definitely got the inspiration for this combat, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Nisa, you get a point of inspiration. Honestly, I was gonna give it to her anyway for just doing an honor bout.
Let's go.
I've been waiting for
Inspiration
that
farming.
for like, what, 4 or 5 sessions now? I'm like, when are we gonna...
A little bit longer, bro. Hold on. When did we
It's been a
have the
while.
tournament?
Since like the second round of the tournament.
Dude,
That
you're
wasn't
telling
that
me
long ago.
Yep.
You
so
say-
Well, I guess
episode
in the grand scheme
episode
of things.
8 is when he wanted to do it. So
Yeah.
it's been 4
Whoa.
4 or 5 sessions. Yeah.
Damn, you said no though. You were like, no.
No,
If I can
no.
beat that nigga.
This look. Low key, that was the only way. Like she was gonna beat me. Like Vincent was going all out to prove to everyone how strong he was, so that like he's not just words promising all this shit for you guys. Like, nah, I'm really him. And then when she was running out of spells, she was like, nah, honor about me, pussy. Like, nah.
Not me, nigga.
Nah, real world. You're at a spell slot. I'm
Nah.
not.
You're gonna have to get creative, and she did. Like,
With a bomb. Oh, the
possibly
armor.
what?
Armor
Imagine the
effect.
timeline where you blow up Vincent and he just dies.